The views and opinions expressed by tonight's guest and topic of discussion do not necessarily represent the official policy or position of Spaced Out Radio, Spaced Out Saturdays or Sundays, SOR Media, its hosts, syndicated carriers, or anyone associated with this broadcast. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of this broadcast or podcast without the express written consent of SOR Media is strictly prohibited. Listener discretion is advised. Are you experienced? Then come own the night with us.
Little brother has taken control, shoveling dirt in every hole. Predators to condemn your soul, watching you and watching me. We're all
Station atop the mountains of British Columbia, live from SOR headquarters. This is Spaced Out Radio with host Dave Scott.
We live behind glass curtains and act like nothing's wrong. Soon you will belong.
You can follow us on our website, spacedoutradio.com, and on Spaced Out Radio on iTunes. You can follow Dave on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio, and on Instagram at Dave Scott SOR, on Facebook at Spaced Out Radio Show, and on our YouTube channel, Spaced Out Radio.
Brother wants to make headlines, be immortalized. Everyone's got an electric eye with the digital spies. They've watched you for so long. I know you're out there somewhere watching me.
Buckle up, space travelers. It's time to go for a ride on Spaced Out Radio with host Dave Scott.
I know you're out there somewhere. We've watched you for so long. Wait for you to fall. We'll expose you all. I know you're out there somewhere watching me. Little brother wants to make headlines, be immortalized. Everyone's got an electric.
It's Thursday, May 24th, Friday, May 25th, if you're on the East Coast or across the pond. And this, my friends, is Spaced Out Radio. Hope you had a great day and night. I know I did, as we are broadcasting live from the Great White North of the Caribou region on top of the Smoky Mountains of central British Columbia, right here at the newly built SOR headquarters. We are 150,000 strong nightly on the SOR radio network. You can also check us out live on periscope.tv every Monday through Friday night. You want to know where our archives are stored? They are down on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/spaced out radio, and I will allow you to listen to these shows for free, because that's the kind of guy I am on my birthday show. Our website, spacedoutradio.com, where we have a plethora of features for you. You can rock out to some Bumblefoot, shop at our Spaced Out Radio store, read up on the encounter online, or watch great videos from UFO Seekers, Contact TV, and so much more. We are kicking butt and taking names tonight, because it's the annual Dave and Ian birthday show. Yes, we're going to open up the phone lines to you tonight. We want to hear from you, your stories. Tell us about your ghosts, your UFO sightings, your romantic encounters with Bigfoot. And in hour number 3, I'm going to do the Pocky One Chip Challenge live on Periscope. You guys will all hear me in Radioland. 1.9 million Scoville units of hell going into my mouth. But we're going to do that in hour number 3. So last year I found out, literally the day of my birthday, May 24th, that one of our most popular guests on this show, Ian Holt, well, his birthday is May 24th as well. So we decided, Ian, you got to come on the air with us, and we got to start this party. And last year we said we were going to make it a tradition, so we're back this year as well. Ian Holt, welcome to Spaced Out Radio, birthday boy. How are you?
Happy birthday, you animal, you.
Thank you
How
so
are
much. I am very, very good, my friend. Very, very good. It has been a fantastic day. We actually started putting up walls here to our brand new Spaced Out Radio studio at headquarters here in BC, which comes a day after the first forest fire in the area has decided to light up and grow. So I'm hoping...
you can't talk about that. No. Don't even mention forest fires after last year, please.
Oh, I know, dude. This one's about 35, 40 miles away. So we're safe right now. We are safe, but it's going to suck to get all this brand new equipment in here and then all of a sudden have to pull it all down just so we could get the hell out of Dodge if we get evacuated again. But that's okay.
Well, you got to look at it this way. You got to thank God for small favors, because you could be worse. You could be in Hawaii with Kilauea. So,
Exactly. We're going to kick it off right off the bat because you have a very, very special friend of yours who has taken the time to come on this show. I've never met the gentleman. I am a fan from way back in the day. So, Ian, I'm going to give you the honors here, birthday boy, to come on in and tell us who our special guest is for this first hour. Maybe longer.
Well, about to come online is one of my closest and dearest friends for a very long time, 20-plus years. You know him from the Bomb Squad, from Public Enemy, and, of course, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, one of the most talented people and coolest people I know, Keith Shockley.
Hey, guys, what's happening?
Keith, thank you so much,
brother,
man.
There you are.
Thank
you for sharing our birthday with us.
Oh, yeah, I want to say happy birthday to you. So, Ian, 20-plus years, you're 204, so I don't know. I don't know if that's long enough.
Well, that's because you measure me in dog years.
Okay, all right.
I'm a part vampire, what can I say? I've been around the block.
Yeah.
But
yep.
I age well.
Oh yeah, you do.
And
you
mentally,
definitely
I'm
do
still
that.
18. Yeah, mentally, I'm still 18. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, there we go. There you go. That's it. Not allowed to drive in New York State now.
Well, that is awesome.
Can't drink. They won't let me drink.
That is awesome. Keith, welcome. Welcome so much, Keith. Go ahead.
Thank you guys for having.
I was just going to. Oh, go ahead, Keith.
Oh no, I was going to thank you guys for having me. I mean, like, it's just kind of funny. It's weird. I'm in the middle of sessions, so I had a little time there, so I had to work some things around, move some things around, but it's all good. I'm here.
Dave, let me tell you something about Keith, okay?
I want to hear
We're driving in the car, and he says to me, oh, by the way, the Smithsonian's opening the African American History Museum, and they're devoting like the whole floor to like Public Enemy. So I got to go and for the induction, and we're doing a concert, and then I got to go meet with Obama. We're going to say hi at the White House. And he says it to me like, oh, like I'm going to get a hamburger tomorrow. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Wow! Oh my God! He's like, yeah, big deal. Well, yeah, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
You go through all the accolades that this man has, right?
I know.
Tuesday.
I just have so many questions for you, Keith, because I got to tell you, there's something about that New York area that has some just incredible music, from what you did with Public Enemy, to leading up to our music here from Staten Island, New York, Ron Bumblefoot THAL, who does all of our music for this show. What is it about the New York scene that just has such beautiful music, man, no matter what the genre?
I guess Frank Sinatra said it the best. Just a beautiful place, man. I don't know what culturally, from an underground market, that's where New York flourished the most. The hard, grungy part of the city, it's a melting pot for all nationalities. And it was just a musical, cultural scene, and just not that, but it was just different kinds of cultures that's in there that melted all together. That kind of, I think, infused everything, and just brought a lot of things of pushing the envelope forward on having an expansion and trials of growing who you are. But Jimi Hendrix used to live uptown, where he kind of pushed his style of music down in the downtown Manhattan area. And basically from hip hop, where it started to really get big at is when hip hop merged. I won't say merged, but kind of hung out with the garage band scene, or the punk scene, because that was just two underclass of music that was from the hardcore streets, which one big hip hop group came from the punk scene was the Beastie Boys. So it's just something about New York that had that edge with the lights. Everybody just wanted to be here.
But it also have when Blondie mixed with Fab Five Freddy, right? And Basquiat, that whole underground street scene. It was all types of music coming together and cross pollinating. New York. It's always been like that. But between the hip hop and the when hip hop started to move more towards from the Bronx to downtown, where the scene was, where the different cultures wanted to get involved with it, it kind of expanded from there. From clubs like Danceteria, even spots like we had the Fun House and the Roxy. The Roxy was incredible. So like I said, I don't know what kind of made it that way. It's just when you're born into it, and you're born into a culture that wasn't even born into the culture. It's just around when the culture just started developing, because it wanted to do its own thing, and a lot of it stemmed from the culture of hip hop, stemming from the music side, from Kool Herc and playing certain parts of records that was just the best part that he liked, and then he influenced a young generation with it. So it's what I mean by the best parts of records, the breaks. We call them breaks, which is the breakdown, where it's just the drum beats and maybe some bass line on top of it. That was the nitty gritty part of records that he focused on.
What was your reaction the first time you heard Run DMC do Walk This Way with Aerosmith? Because for me, I was just a young teenager, about 13 years old when that came out, 12 years old when that came out, and I remember thinking, what the hell is this? This is fantastic.
I was 5 when that came out. No, I'm kidding. No, when Run DMC did the Walk This Way, and they took it more from the rock perspective, that's when it was like, it just took a whole nother turn. It was hard, it was banging, it was blaring, it was loud. Now, remind you, there was always rap. Yeah, it was always rap records out, but when they came with that from the Queens perspective, which is part of Long Island, there was an influence. Well, rock music always had a big influence on, how can I say, from the point of hip-hop, from the DJ perspective of playing break beats, from the break side. Like, even though Mardi Gras was like a jazz and Bob James, but those drum beats, with the Baby Huey breaks down and stuff like that, he was kind of like the drummer, like a rock drummer, but it was there. The breaks from we was inducted into the Hall of Fame with them. A Rush.
Right.
Sawyer.
Yeah.
The Tom Sawyer breaks. Those always been the influence of us. We just never, nobody has taken a whole song and redo it in a hip hop rap way. We always took parts of those songs and did it over, but when Running Them did the Walk This Way, it was a as you know, it was the rendition. I think that just sparked a whole cross generation of rock, and at that time the evolving way of hip hop, because it was totally different from the Grandmaster Flash era. You know what I'm saying? They was kind of like the fathers he was the father, him and the Furious, like the fathers of the father pioneers of the hip hop rapper DJ on records. So, but that was basically done with, more so with records that was coming from the R&B world. But even though the DJs in the park will find breaks from rock records and play that, then when Russell and them decided to do Walk This Way, they just took the whole goddamn song and they renditioned it in a way that felt good for the streets. And that song introduced a lot of black kids to rock music, believe it or not, from that time point, because a lot of kids was young, they never heard of Aerosmith, didn't know what they was about, didn't know nothing, but Russell's an old head DJ, old head promoter that knows that kind of stuff, and Rick Rubin knows that kind of stuff. And I should say more Rick Rubin. Rick Rubin knows that kind of stuff.
Well, Rick Rubin was a metalhead.
Yeah. He was a metalhead.
Yeah, he had long hair. He was a total metalhead. And as much as it introduced rock, I think, to black youth, for me as a white heavy metal kid on Long Island, it really introduced rap music to us and made it cool.
Yeah, but
it was like, okay, even though rap is okay because they're down with metal.
Yeah, but it's from Rick's perspective, he just thought it was a great thing for Running Them to do because he had that voice. Now, even though he was around the Curtis Blows and them, he couldn't do that with Curtis because Curtis didn't have that sound of a voice. And, as Rick Rubin came from being the DJ from the Beastie Boys, he kind of took to the avenue of the DJ, the hip-hop DJ perspective because he was fascinated by it. So when he got to do his own thing, it just took it to another level. But that Aerosmith Walk This Way kind of introduced the young and the black kids, the black kids in the community to rock music. They didn't even know it was Aerosmith. They didn't know what it was. They were like, what is this? I mean, as a DJ, I knew what all that was. But a lot of kids didn't know that was. And they gave it a good perspective that it could rock to the streets. And that's why that record was so phenomenal as to crossing the rock music with hip-hop. Plus, then we came along and got down with some kids. I can't remember that redid Bring the Noise Over. I can't remember the group. Ian Scott and them.
Anthrax.
Anthrax, yes.
You know what? I used to I got to tell you, I used to crank that song with driving down, cruising, looking for ladies back when I was like 16, 17 years old, man. We were cranking that song. It was just so badass. And it was in every hockey dressing room being played at that point, my friend.
Yeah. It was that, that's a whole nother monumental song, man. They came and wanted to do that. We was like, we the kids, because you understand, we're Long Island kids, you know. We're getting a little bit of everything from Long Island, from where we are. You know, we had spots like Rum Runners that where Twisted Sister used to play at. We had a music store on Long Island that was called Grayson's Music, or Grayson's House of Zoo. It was all where all the rock cats would come and get equipment. And if you're starting out as a DJ, you went there to buy your speakers and stuff like that. You had to go there. So we was kind of intertwining with that in a whole different perspective, not knowing what we was doing. Because as a DJ, there wasn't really too much of like, this is a hip hop thing. We were just DJ, and we had to get equipment. And Grayson's Music Zoo, Grayson's Music, they was the one, you know, that kind of had the bands coming in to buy guitar amps or whatever guitars, and the kids coming in buying amps for their speakers and DJing, and it kind of fused. We kind of grew up on, you know, as long as you kind of had the understanding of rock in that. But if you're from the Bronx too much, you didn't see that. Or you're from Brooklyn, certain parts of Brooklyn, you really didn't see much of that. You know, Long Island, Nassau County, we did. So it was a cool thing. So that's when Anthrax decided to do it. We was like, man, that's cool. Because if you look at it, Public Enemy records was nothing but rock records. We made it that way purposely, loud and noisy, but tried to keep one thing that we felt that was a street element to it. It was crazy.
This is just insane, having you on. I'm so stoked for you. So stoked. I feel like I should be bowing to you, to be honest.
Nah, that's all right. We just regular guys, man.
I'm not worthy.
we just regular guys that was doing some things in the streets. You know, it's funny, as a DJ, this is where this is our background. We always, even as a group, our background, our roots is being a DJ. Because as a DJ, y'all understand, man, I would tell Ian, we would do a bar mitzvah and then turn around and do a park jam. That's two different worlds, two different styles of music, and two different places. One was nice, and when you went to the park jam, you know what was going to happen. You know, the riot break out, a fight break out. You know, it's thousands of people at the park come in and hear your music, and you had to be good. And at the same time, we had to be just as good as doing a bar mitzvah or Italian part. So our music scope was huge, you know, and that's how we kind of blended in with a lot of stuff. We had a huge music scope. So it was really big. It was really big on doing what we do. And it was fun, man. That's why our music knowledge is so large. We had a lot of stuff we did.
Do you like the music of today? Because I got to be honest with you, there's a lot of radio channels now I can't even listen to because it was so good back in the day, and it just seems to have lost what the passion and the words and the real stories that music used to tell.
You know what? I got two heads. I have a professional head with that, and then I have a DJ head. As a DJ, yes, some of the stuff I like because it's my job there to turn the crowd up. As a professional head, it lost a lot of stuff. But you gotta understand, you know, music evolved. You know, I was talking to my man LL a little while ago, you know, we were talking about just music and evolving. And the way that, and this is weird, I'm not, you know, for the young kids, but the way that we perceive some of the music today, when we was coming up, that's what my parents and the older artists was looking at our music like. You know, what is this crap? I've heard it all. As a DJ, I heard it all. Oh my God, why are you messing up the record by moving it back and forth and making that scratching sound? We can't stand it. It's an art now. So it's an art. It's a valuable part of music history, which they thought was noise and nonsense. Because now I'm speaking creatively. You are allowed to be as creative as possible. Oh, there are some crappy music of today, just like we had crappy music of my day. But you have to find the good stuff. I don't get into too much where commercialized radio is only choosing certain things because it brings in a certain audience and they spend money. You understand? It's about that more so than anything. What the corporations are doing. I mean, before we had, I think another reason why we had better music because we had personal, a small business-owned radio station. Now you got a Clear Channel or Emmis coming in, and they own in like 2,500 stations throughout the country. They're putting in what they want to put in. So this is why I think we get a lot of the bad stuff, you know, and they're only putting in music that's just going to bring listeners to their station. They got their focus group. I want to know who the hell are the focus group that they use? Yeah, you know, the majority of the people said they like this record. And I'd be like, why do I never see those people?
Yeah, who are you going? Like when they say this show's got certain ratings, right? Oh, it's the Nielsen. You got a Nielsen box. Have you ever met anyone with a Nielsen box that actually rates the shows on television? It's the same thing with music. Who are these people?
And I got radio and TV. I ain't never met none of them. I like, who are they? And like, oh, I've never seen the units that they use. Like, how do they get this? But I think it's that. Yes, I don't like everything that some of these young artists do, but I respect their craft. And then there's things that I learned from them that they do because, like I said, as a DJ that I play from. Listen, I play from 8 to 80. That's kind of incredible. It's not like I've got a certain audience. Like I'm playing progressive house for a certain audience. Every time I go out, my audience is all over the place. I got hipsters, young kids, soccer moms, the hood, the park, you know, the corporations. You complete the circle. It's because it's like, you know, kids today know who you are, and the stuff you sampled and the music you played at the time you played it brings it back to kids. I mean, it's like my friend Pam Nardone, so many years I used to know her back in high school, her son Franz, right? I mean, he's at Berkeley. You know, I know Keith Shockley. He's 18, 19 years old. He's freaking out, you know, because he knows who you are. So that music, the stuff that you do, creates a loop that influences today also. Now, you've got cats that, you know, sound different and all that, but it's all merging again because, like, the stuff you did is classic and it carries over. You know, so there's a circle to it. Like, because you work with Anthrax, you know, kids today will listen to your music, they'll get taken to Anthrax. Kids that listen to, you know, Run DMC, you know, Walk, you know, what was it, My Adidas, right? They're going to listen to Walk This Way. All of a sudden, they're going to go to Aerosmith, and it goes around. So one influences the other and keeps it all alive. And how it filters out to the next generation, we don't know yet. You know, but somehow it all we don't know yet. But you know, things always come around. You know, it's always different. And then what's next? You know, well, are they inventing anything next? But the problem is, I think one of the biggest what's next is corporations got everybody sounding the same because they treat everybody like they're working at a car factory. It's an assembly line. This works. Stay here because we're making money. And then until somebody comes along and breaks that mold, and then they want that next thing of who broke the mold or whatever it is. I mean, I hear a lot of stuff that sounds the same, man. I mean, I get into some of the, you know, I listen to a lot of stuff, even the new artists like the Sam Smith and them. It's like, they're no different than the Robbie Nevilles. The Robbie Nevilles and them had a whole different flavor, even though they was doing, as we called it back then, blue-eyed soul. kind of.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Hey, Keith, I want to ask you. Ian, let me get this in, because I'm very curious for our paranormal audience, because this is a paranormal talk show. I'm not sure if Ian filled you in on that or not. But do you ever did you ever have any weird or strange experiences performing or on the road, or maybe in some of these stages that you played on, and maybe in older buildings where you got a little freaked out? Anything strange or weird happen?
I haven't had none. I get the weird stuff happening at my house, but the house I grew up in. It's like I've been having weird stuff, but I never had anything weird that I can recall. Because sometimes when I'm out on the road, I was too inebriated to understand what was happening. Because when I'm inebriated, everything feels like the paranormal.
Sometimes that's a beautiful thing.
I was so ripped up one day. I thought I was sleeping next to the little girl from The Exorcist. I came to. I was like, oh my God!
Did she throw up pea soup on you? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, she threw up. That pea soup came out. So she was drunk. Like, damn. I gotta call it exorcism in there. I haven't had anything like that I can recall that was weird. I'm into things like that. I'm always waiting for something weird like that to happen. I think if it ever happened, I don't know if I'm going to stick around to find out what's going to happen. I'm a scary dude. Man.
I don't know. I think we got to bring Keith on a ghost hunt with us.
Oh, dude! Yeah, you guys come up into the middle of nowhere, British Columbia. I'll scare the socks off of you.
Well, I did not have to do that because I kind of like that, man. I mean, I've had, I think the weirdest thing that has happened just this morning, and I don't get it. I bought a bottle of orange juice, opened it up, took one drink. Today, and that was 2 days ago. Today I went back into, maybe because I was doing this show, this probably happened. I went back in my refrigerator. It was totally gone, the whole bottle. And I know I wasn't drinking, and I know what I did. It's totally gone, and I'm the only one in the house.
Weird.
So
yeah, that sounds like somebody with an offering. That's what's bothering me. And I started second guessing. I know I bought a bottle of orange juice, and I'm looking through there, and everything else is in there but that orange juice. And it's kind of weird that y'all bring that up. Well, that's like voodoo stuff. The spirits and the barons take offerings. So maybe little Baron Samedi was hanging out with you.
Maybe. I've always kind of been like a little scary kid, growing up. I don't know if this is paranormal, but, my mom used to have a picture of this boat and hanging up in me and my brother's bedroom. During the day, it didn't bother me. At night, I was young, man. I must have been like 4 or 5, maybe 6. And every time at night, I would look at that boat and start screaming. Because I don't know. It would scare the shit. And my grandmother's like, hey, go back in that room. They just got to the point where they would just put a sheet over it at night so I can go to sleep. I don't know what scared me about
they said that, I've been to psychics who say that there are, possessed or cursed items that have effect on people like that.
Yeah, I guess. And until this day, I always talk about it. I couldn't understand why a picture of it was like a ship. A picture of a ship would scare me. I mean, I had young, when I was young, I was kind of scared. I was scared of the dark a little bit. Didn't like to be left in the dark. My cousins and my brother and my family and they teased me. It was like we'll be downstairs watching the horror movie, and then I would kind of fall asleep, and everybody just turn everything off, turn the lights off, and leave me down there by the basement. In the basement. I start screaming. It won't let me upstairs. I start screaming, and then my moms will come up and be like, "Stop that!" I guess that's why I'm crazy now.
That's right. They messed you up. Well, that's why you were crazy enough to fight the power, because no one else was. That was it.
Yeah. I don't know if I fought the power, but it was crazy.
Keith, sticking
Well,
on...
you remember what scared me? I only wanted the Aurora models, the glow in the dark of all the classic monsters. And then as soon as the lights went out and I went to bed, they would start to glow, and I was terrified. So go under my blanket, I start to cry, but I have to take it out of my room. So you had a ship, I had Aurora models. So what, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Keith, I got to ask you this, because a good friend of mine, Jamie Sexton, was very highly involved in the rock scene in Las Vegas in the 90s, 2000s, up until he moved back to San Antonio about a year ago. And one of the things that he kind of told me was that the rock scene really has a lot of people who come out and just tell musicians and these rock stars things, from government officials to military people or whomever. They just feel like they got to open up to these rock stars about some of the weird and strange that is going on out there. Did that ever happen to you, where you had, say, some people whom respected you and your music come up to you and say, "Oh, by the way, over a beverage or two or maybe three, probably six," and tell you something that was really conspiratorial or something that just didn't make sense?
Yeah, yeah. But then I get a lot of stuff that do make sense, because I'm kind of a conspiracy dude. Man.
Nice.
I get it. I watch who I get into those conversations with, because I don't want people thinking I'm weird. And then sometimes I can think I'm weird. And with the conspiracy stuff, it's like I noticed a conspiracy just yesterday in Manhattan. Oh, you don't want to hear it?
Absolutely.
Sure.
I'm always good for a conspiracy theory.
Okay. All right. So, the World Trade Center. I had a friend that was killed in the World Trade Center, and I had another friend that was trying to, with the fire department, was working down there helping retrieve some people, and later on, all the fumes down there kind of was the cause of his death. So my biggest conspiracy was I've been down there twice, because they moved my publishing company, BMI, down to the World Trade Center, and I only been there twice, and that was this year. One was in January, and one was just the other day back then. But yesterday, when I went there the other day, was the first time I walked through the new section that they built. Right? It is phenomenal. My problem is how fast and how perfect they built that in a short time. With the architecture and what they did, they blocked off part of a river, and they built all of that up, and it's up and running. What was that in such a short time? I never walked through it. My conspiracy is, did they have the plans before it went down, or did it come after? And the way the architecture is designed in there, in the short time that they put that together, I have my questions. That place is built phenomenally in a short period of time.
I never thought of that theory. I never thought of that theory.
No, there's more. There's more to that, because and then the shops that they have put in there, they got high-end shops in there, from Gucci to Breitling. They have nothing cheap in that spot. But it was also, I mean, if you remember, the original owners of the towers, after 9/11, they had a whole plan to rebuild before the cleanup was even done. And this guy was like a retired 80-year-old guy. How did he have a whole plan to rebuild? So maybe
Already.
maybe one day we have to do it the other.
And it's I've been, I was there after it fell. And then when I went there the other day and they had it cleaned up, and it's like, it's a short time, man. And I know the architectural work, what they did, just to me, I guess it was made too fast, and it's perfect though. How do you block off all that river? They blocked off part of the river.
And remember, whatever they were building was destroyed during Sandy.
Yeah,
They had to restart after Sandy.
and it's impeccable. Like, it's like marble floors. The train stations are all connected together. They got everything where you don't have to go above ground.
Well, you also got to realize that area, Tribeca, that area, remember, was like the artist slum hole, and it didn't have great subways, it didn't have great connections, and it didn't have great shops. I mean, like in 1976.
But what I'm saying,
they built
and I can get
up the area.
I can get into that, but
trendy area.
I'm not even into that. I'm into, like, towers fall down, you put up a brand new city damn near in a short time.
That's totally conducive to shopping. Everything the old...
Yes, everything is conducive. That's my... I'm not saying anything further, but that's my conspiracy. And you put in super high-end stores. John Bovano's, all of those stores is in there. Ain't nothing cheap in that store. You got Breitling in there.
All of that. I mean,
store in there.
And it's just, interesting.
How did you get those companies? Hold on. How did you get those companies, after that happened, to open up a store in there?
Especially when this was going on, when there was an innocent mosque around the corner that everyone was screaming, "Oh, we're going to get attacked again." You would think, even though the mosque had nothing to do with anything, they built it up on the news like it did, and everyone was scared. How'd they get all those stores to come in when everyone was screaming, "Oh, it's going to get blown up again"?
That's what I'm saying. Yes, that's what I'm saying. They got all those stores to come in when everybody was scared to go in there. That's
a great point. See?
Everybody was scared to go down. Everybody was scared to go down there. When they said they're moving my publishing from 57th Street, which is a nice place where they was at, to right down in the brand new building on Greenwich, and probably right next to where THAL 1 was. I'm like, what kind of deal that they did with the publishing company? And then what I mean by publishing, that's no little. This is BMI I'm talking about. There are 3 big publishers in the music business: ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC. You got one of the biggest publishing companies move their whole company, the whole New York office, down there.
And they ain't offering discounts on the rent down there. They're not.
Well, I thought they might have. I said they might have had them do a discount to move down there right after they built it. The minute it went up, they got them to move down there. So
yep,
I'm a conspiracy theorist, and when I walked in that spot, I've never walked in the new spot when they built it, and how they designed it, how the towers, like how the lights shoot up through that little eye thing, and you get the images of the 2 towers and all that. Now I can see that could come afterward, but they already had the design to do that. How did you think about that fast and keep going know, it's a big cleanup after 3 towers and came down. But that's a huge place to clean up.
I have a
They cleaned
question.
it up.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So if you're as a conspiracy enthusiast, you know, and Chuck being in the new documentary The King, talking about the famous line, you know, F Elvis and John Wayne, right? And supposedly, do you think Elvis was either he was coerced or part of a conspiracy to get black music to white people without paying for it, or was it just Elvis loving the music and being oblivious, or was it a you know, a actual conspiracy where he said, look, we've got all this great music, but no one will listen to him because it's black artists, so we're going to take this white kid and give him the music? Or was it that Elvis loved the music and wanted to sing it, and that's how it happened? What do you think? What do you think was an actual conspiracy? A lot of people do.
I'm gonna say Elvis liked it because living in Memphis, he get a lot of black music. You get a lot of black music by being around living in Memphis. As Justin Timberlake.
Right.
That's a culture of down there. And then the other part is, what do we care about black people? We'll just take their music and make money off it anyway. Now I'm not gonna say Elvis liked the music. That's why he did it. But business wise, we'll just take black music because the majority is white America buys music and black people don't. And we won't put the black face on it because we won't get sales. So if I give him
especially back
black
then
song,
in the South, yeah,
especially back then, if I give him and he'll be like, I like this, and the other part of music of taking the black music and not doing that, that's not a racial thing. That's just a music industry thing. That shit that they ain't paying you. They was doing that to white artists. Take their music and don't pay them. That's the
right. But also the
company.
black music, the blues, they considered that the music of the devil because of the old legend that Robert Johnson created the blues, which led to the creation of rock and roll, sold his soul to the devil to become famous, and the devil gave him the blues.
Yeah, but in actuality, it was something different at that time for white America. It came out of the blues, came out of slavery, and white America they kind of felt the vibe. They kind of understood the sound of it. And what's happened? Duplicate it, put it out, give it to so and so. He makes it better, or he makes it acceptable. You know. Because you guys.
So do you think?
Go ahead.
I was wondering if you think, with all that in mind, that one picture of Robert Johnson, when you see the black and white picture, he's like 20 years old, he just recorded, right? And that's like, he's a straight line from Robert Johnson right to Elvis. But you see over Robert Johnson's shoulder, as clear as day, in the curtain behind him, a demon, the face of a demon. Do you think that's really? I mean, it's very clear. There's only one picture of him, and that's all he sang about.
I gotta look at it again. I gotta look at it again. I haven't seen it in so long. And I never looked for the demon in the back. That part I never looked at, whether the demon is there. I have to look at it again.
Well, for all you fans out there, if you're curious of what I'm talking about, if you look up Robert Johnson on Wikipedia, there's one picture of him. Blow the picture up, and over his left shoulder, you'll see in the curtain and behind him, you'll see the face of a demon. So you guys hit us on Twitter.
Well, what is the face of a demon?
What is?
Where's the face of a demon? I never knew what it. I never saw a demon, so I'm gonna know what it was.
It's over his left shoulder. Look on the curtain. You'll see 2 eyes, horns, and a whole like this weird face. But it almost looks like a gray alien too. We've heard that also. But for this purpose, because of what Robert Johnson called it, was a demon, and that so it's all they say that all the music was cursed, all the pain and suffering and the blues is all from the devil, and that's why considered the devil.
Oh, I'm
Rock
looking.
and roll was the devil.
I'm looking at that picture right now. That is kind of eerie in the curtains. How it looks like.
I told you.
It almost looks like an alien, dude. It almost looks like a big-headed
That's what
gray
I say.
alien.
Some people say it's a gray. Yeah, some people say it's a gray. Because and that ties into all geniuses into the Akashic record, or were they given this music by, or was he a hybrid? And the blues is actually some music from another planet in the Orion system. Who knows? But there is definitely some creature on his over his shoulder. There's something there in that photo, that tintype photo, and it's just weird because there's only one picture of him from the one time he recorded. He was 20 years old there. 10 years he'd be dead, and he said that he was given 10 years of fame. This was before he died. He was given 10 years of fame by the devil. Now, did he really meet the devil at the crossroads or a gray? Who knows? But when 10 years was up, he was dead. The greatest musicians of all time.
Wow.
It's, and it all ties in, because, Elvis died on the toilet. He died young, but he died at 40 years old. It was like, he was the one that brought this music forward to a wider white audience. And, it's almost like his career was cut short. What did that have to do with it? And it ties right back into Public Enemy and Elvis and John Wayne, right? And it's all connected. But it all started, with that demon or that alien over Robert Johnson's shoulder. Because they credit him with creating even though Keith, of course, is right. It was mixed, a mixture of different influences. But Robert Johnson is considered the first blues album, the first blues recording.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone out there, I would love to hear what you guys think of the picture and what you think.
Mm-hmm. I have posted them to our Twitter account and in the Facebook group, the SOR Space Travelers, so they are out there. We'll get some reaction.
They are out there. That's interesting because I never knew it from that perspective.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's the thing, we all thought he was writing about this just cool stuff, and they even made a movie about it in the 80s. Walter Hill, who did 48 Hours with Ralph Macchio, did a movie called Crossroads with Steve Vai, and it with the devil, which was all about, Robert Johnson selling his soul and, that story. And a young blues musician, white blues musician, Ralph Macchio, was trying to do the same thing to be like Robert Johnson. But that story has been around for a very long time.
Ooh.
So interesting. We only got
And
about...
that's why, evangelicals to this day don't like, you got to listen to spiritual music. You can't listen to rock and roll. You can't listen to it. It's the devil's music. That's where it all came from. That one picture.
We only got about 3 minutes here, guys, before we got to go to our first break of the night. And Keith, I wanted to ask you, when you first started your music and rap was really starting to take off, you guys obviously had no clue how far it was going to go or what it was going to sound like or how the public would take it. But when all of a sudden you got inducted into the Music Hall of Fame, what was your reaction when you got that phone call?
I didn't have a reaction when we got the call and we were going being there and all that. I thought it was cool, but when it really hit me was sitting at the table. I wasn't at the table. It was in between intermission. I had a couple of friends that came and they had to sit up in the audience. And before each segment, it was the intermission part, and we was coming up after the intermission, and they had a picture of the group, right? And then they had these words underneath it, and that's when it really hit me. Public Enemy on top, and it said from Roosevelt, Long Island. That was when I was like, oh, damn, we actually going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. All that time, I knew we was up for nomination, all that other crap, and it didn't matter until that moment when I saw the actual name at the ceremony on the big screen. Because how they open up is like, you know, when they do their thing, they show the screen, and you know, they on TV that you'll see the picture of us and from Roseville, Long Island, and then they go into all the stuff that we've done. But when I saw it just sitting up there in between intermission, that's when it sunk in. And I looked at it I had all the people around. Man, I took a picture with Neil Diamond. I stopped everybody, and I'm like, hold up. And I made the red carpet, and Hank and me and Chuck and us like, yo, I said, and Hank and all of us said, yo, that's Neil Diamond. Yo, we are taking a picture with you, whether you like it or not. And everybody went bananas.
Wonderful.
And I mean, that was one of my cool things, because there's a lot of artists I like, but guys like him, man, just incredible. And like I said, when it sunk in was when I saw our name up there from Roseville, Long Island. I was like, wow, we kind of did something.
Okay. No, gentlemen,
we kind of did something.
Gentlemen, I got to step out for a break here. Keith Shockley,
Yep.
Hall of Famer,
Yeah.
Public Enemy,
Yeah.
with us tonight on Spaced Out Radio, along with birthday boy Ian Holt, celebrating David Ian's birthday tonight on the big show. We're going to be back. We are going to open up the phone lines. Don't you worry. We are going to open up the phone lines as well coming up here later on. You're listening to Spaced Out Radio. I'm your host, Dave Scott. We'll be right back.
Find your escape where time has no limits. It's about living today and cherishing the heritage of yesterday. A spirit of adventure for what is new, with the nostalgia of the past. Your timepiece is a reflection of who you are. Life surrounded by beauty from the world around us to the soul within. EscapeWatches.com. There is no time like the present to enjoy your escape. Use promo code SMF2017 for your 20% discount today.
The freedom to post what you want, when you want. That's the social media freedom you need. Social Media Freedom is the free app in your app store. No need to worry about going to jail or being shadow banned any longer. It's the freedom to say what you feel. The freedom to know Big Brother isn't watching. It's the way social media is supposed to be. Social Media Freedom. It's time to set yourself free. Download from your app store today.
Coming September 28th to the 30th, it's our first annual Caribou Paracon, put on by Spaced Out Radio and the Canadian Society of Questers. 3 days of paranormal, supernatural, and spiritual knowledge in the beautiful 108 Mile Ranch, British Columbia. Tickets are $150 Canadian for the event, being held at the Spruce Hills Resort and Spa. Come watch our featured speaker, Grant Cameron, along with Lorian Fenton, David Weatherly, Ross Allison, and more. The Caribou Paracon, celebrating everything paranormal.
Hey Space Travelers, it's Joe Roop, your host of Spaced Out Saturdays. Come join me as we explore the realms of the paranormal, the esoteric, and everything in between every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern. You know the truth is out there. Don't get caught sleepwalking. Come join Spaced Out Saturdays. That's every Saturday night, 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, right here on SpacedOutRadio.com.
Hi there, this is Tessa Nicole Thomas, and I'm going to take you for a ride every Sunday night on Spaced Out Sundays. I'm going to set up your week with some strange tales from across North America, from psychic readings, Sasquatch, UFOs, to the most haunted locations. Come join me at SpacedOutRadio.com starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, and let's get weird together. I'd love for you to join me. Spaced Out Sundays at SpacedOutRadio.com.
365 days a year, we're in the field, investigating UFO sightings, talking to alien abductees, and visiting secret military locations like Area 51. We're UFO Seekers, official partner of Spaced Out Radio. Follow our daily search for the truth at ufoseekers.com or like us on social media. Catch us on Spaced Out Radio every third Monday of the month as we discuss Area 51, UFOs, and more. And also, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube.
It's paranormal news at its finest. Welcome to The Encounter. At spacedoutradio.com, The Encounter online is SOR's trusted news source for everything weird and strange going on around the world. This is news editor Eric Markham. Our team of journalists are scouring the planet for those strange stories that rarely make the mainstream. No fear-mongering or fake news here. Head over to spacedoutradio.com and encounter The Encounter.
Heading to Vancouver and looking for some great nightlife? The Moose Vancouver is the place to be. Catch a game on one of the big screens or just come rock out to your favorite 80s and 90s hair bands. Great food starting at $6.95. The Moose Vancouver is open until 2 a.m. nightly. It's easy to find near the corner of Nelson and Granville. The Moose Vancouver is the official rocking bar of Spaced Out Radio.
Want to learn more about aliens, cover-ups, conspiracies, cryptids, and the paranormal? All you have to do is tune in S4 as we take over Spaced Out Radio Night, starting at midnight Pacific, 3 a.m. Eastern, each and every Saturday night, right after Spaced Out Saturdays. Hi there, this is Eric Cooper from Forest Moon Paranormal. Join me, Corey Ruiz, and friends as we discuss the hot topics of the night. It's fun, entertaining, and as dark as the night. Find us at spacedoutradio.com.
Are you interested in advertising on Spaced Out Radio? Head to our website at spacedoutradio.com and click on our advertising tab. There, you will find an assortment of ways you can get your product out there with us, from radio commercials to banners and social media. Have a product you like our hosts to endorse? We can do that too. Visit spacedoutradio.com for more details.
Do you want to know what's really going on in your world? Do you have questions about who you can trust in the mainstream media? Then look no further than the Rebel Planet. Come get the straight answers right here at spacedoutradio.com. Join me, Jamie Sexton, creator of Rebel Planet News, as I fill you in on the stories behind the stories. All you truth seekers, be sure to tune in to Rebel Planet on spacedoutradio.com the third Thursday of every month.
Visit purpleplates.com today. For over 40 years, the Purple Energy Plates have been delivering amazing results for their many customers. Inspired by the great genius Nikola Tesla, the harmony, healing, and energetic effects of the plates have proven over and over to be beneficial and often miraculous to thousands of customers. Check their site for daily specials and choose from their many energy products. You won't be sorry. Visit them today at purpleplates.com.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
The views and opinions expressed by tonight's guest and topic of discussion do not necessarily represent the official policy or position of Spaced Out Radio, Spaced Out Weekend, Spaced Out Radio Limited, its hosts, syndicated carriers, or anyone associated with this broadcast. Would you like to connect with us? Head to spacedoutradio.com for all your latest show info. And hit us up on Twitter using the hashtag Spaced Out Radio. Now, back to Dave Scott and SOR.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spaced Out Radio tonight, the birthday edition of the show. Not the show's birthday, my birthday and Ian Holt's birthday. Tomorrow night on the program, it's going to be the SOR Paranormal Roundtable. I'm going to bring in some friends. We're all going to chat it up, see how it goes. They don't know the topics, but we're going to get into the month that was in the paranormal realm. Now, we want to say and welcome everyone listening in on the SOR radio network, including the Fringe.fm. We are live as well on Periscope.tv every Monday through Friday night. You can find our archives by going to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Spaced Out Radio. hit the subscribe button on that. I would appreciate that if you wouldn't mind. Bill Cardwell has set the password for tonight in the SOR Space Travelers Club. Xylopyrographist. Xylopyrographist is your password. Make sure you use it wisely, Space Travelers, as Bill sets the password each and every night right here on the mighty SOR. Now, if you want to follow us on our website, spacedoutradio.com, we have a plethora of features for you. You can rock out to some Bumblefoot, shop at our Spaced Out Radio store, read up on the encounter online, or watch great videos from UFO Seekers, Contact TV, and so much more. We're celebrating the birthday, May 24th, of one of our more popular guests on this show, Ian Holt, and yours truly, sitting in the captain's chair, myself, Dave Scott. And we thank all of you for being with us. We are opening up the phone lines now at 1-702-302-4556. That's 1-702-302-4556. We'd like to hear from you. We're going to have the lines open the rest of the night, because Ian and I want to hear your stories about anything you want to talk about. And Ian, I want to say thank you so much for bringing on Music Hall of Famer Keith Shockley from Public Enemy in hour number 1. Some of those stories were great. I had no idea he was such a conspiracy theorist and, you know, had a paranormal experience today right before coming on the show.
You know, Keith is a great guy. You're very welcome. And, you know, it's my pleasure, you know, and I got to tell you, you know, Keith is so, like, down to earth and, like, normal. You know, people come up to him and he don't talk to anybody. You know, he's just a very, I mean, look, let's put it this way. When I was working at UMTV Raps and Dr. Dre said, we're going to pick up a friend from a studio, Keith got in the car. We started hanging out. We started laughing and talking and all that. We exchanged phone numbers. I didn't get his last name. I knew him for like 3, maybe 4 months before I was over at his studio, and I see the name Shockley, and I was like, wait, you're Keith Shockley from Public? Never brought it up, like, just like regular guy, you know, no, you know, just unbelievable. And they're all like that. Every single one of them, Public Enemy, are like that. They're just a great bunch of guys.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Once again, we're opening up the phone lines to you guys. 1-702-302-4556. If you want to call on in, we'd love to have you call on in and chat with us tonight. Ian, it's your birthday today. What did you get up to?
Oh, I got to tell you, I had a great birthday today. You know, Pam cooked this amazing eggplant parmesan for me and our family, and we had cake. But I had something today. Pam brought us something that I told you about it before, but it was the greatest thing I've ever eaten in my life. Okay? Now, everyone has salsa and chips, right? We all know what that is. Well, this is cannoli cream with, like, the cannoli shell, right, broken up. And you dip the shell in this vat of cannoli cream and scoop it up and eat it. And it's like salsa and chips, only cannoli and cannoli cream. It's the greatest thing ever. So that was my birthday, just hanging out with the family and stuff and just having fun. It was great.
Well, we got started on the brand new studio here at Spaced Out Radio headquarters. We got walls up now, and in between that, I think I've killed about 65 mosquitoes today, which was really nice. You know, so it's worked out really, really well for me today. I had a nice, relaxing day. My boy and I hung out. We had the construction going on downstairs, and, you know, we really, really, you know, wanted to get things started. And I had no idea up until like 2 days ago, I finally realized that we were actually going to be having the construction start today. So it was a nice birthday present, and found out that I got about 46 packages waiting, no word of a lie, like 46 packages waiting for me at the post office from all of our brand new studio equipment that is going to be coming in to the studio once we get. Yes. So it's going to be absolutely great when everything finally gets going. It really is, because
so when you push the button, you'll be able to hear my real voice. Not the way, not the messed up voice that you hear now. You'll So it's if I press my button and you want to hear my real voice, it sounds like this, right? So when the new studio comes in, you'll hear the right sound for my voice.
Well, you'll sound more like Mickey Rourke now.
my New York voice is going to be deeper. Okay. That's great, man. I mean, that's the best birthday present for you, to get the new studio up, I know. I mean, he couldn't ask for a better birthday present.
It really is. And, I credit our audience for kicking this whole thing off. And, the reason why I credit them is we started a GoFundMe account earlier this year. And we ended up, raising about $3,000 with that. And, from about 50, 60 different donors that, people who, most of them have never met me personally, but they love the show. They love what we're doing. They love absolutely everything that we're about, and they want to help and see us grow. And that really kicked things off. And when I decided to get our investor involved, that really, when he saw the way the audience was reacting to us, and he did his homework, about the show. He talked to a lot of people that he knows that are quite famous or in the media field, and everything that he had heard about this type of genre was very, very positive. And he felt very good about getting involved. And when he decided to get involved, it just turned everything around. It absolutely turned everything around for what we are trying to do here and what we're trying to accomplish. And it's really gratitude to our entire audience that is really a grassroots audience. Unlike others, we haven't inherited anything. We haven't tried to make things happen. Amy, if you're listening, Amy Martin, if you're listening, I want you to call in. I want you to call in at 1-702-302-4556 because I think it's time to introduce Amy Martin, if you don't know who she is, from Amy on the Radio on Deep Talk Radio Network. And when Amy calls in, I want you guys to really, give a round of applause for Amy, because she is a real backbone to the growth and potential of this show. And Ian, I would like you to meet her too, because you played a giant part in this as well. You got us WQEE 99 Rock the Key in Noonan, Georgia, with your buddy Ryan O'Neill down there, who chose us over a different radio station that is spread literally across North America. He chose us over them. And that's a gratitude to you, so thank you so much for doing that as well, Ian.
Well, it was my pleasure, because, I mean, there's one thing about the show. Besides your, unique voice and, your talent for gab on the radio, and into a great interviewer and all that, I mean, that's covered. But the difference from everything else, I mean, if you watch the show Ancient Aliens, they always say, well, ancient alien theorists believe, and I always like, well, then all these guys from Spookles, all of them, they are sitting there as observers, investigators, researchers. The difference with you is that you're an experiencer. And I think that brings a whole other level to the show that none of those guys can compete with. And that's why it's not you're a cool guy and you're my buddy, but it's like, when I first came on the show, I didn't know you at all. And, it's the way you presented the show from a point of view of someone who's experienced, I think allows the audience to go, well, look, come with me and let me show you what I've been through. And that's a whole different thing than let's be like journalists and take a look at this. No, I mean, it for you and for the people here, it's real. There's no question of investigation. This is what it's about. And because I've experienced it, I felt more comfortable here than talking with any of those guys.
I want to bring in Amy Martin from Amy on the Radio, because for a lot of people, especially the people that Amy knows, and she has been around this scene a lot longer than I have, All right. She has been one of the backbones on helping us put together behind the scenes. And Amy, with the walls going up in SOR headquarters today and people starting to have it trickle out that you are now really involved with what we are doing, I think on the birthday show here, I think it would be great to introduce you because you were actually going to be making a road trip up to Canada here very soon.
You could say that. First off, I really want to thank you for being so kind and all the kind words. And happy birthday, man.
Thank you. Thank you. We do have a couple of people calling into the show right now. I'm going to get you guys to just sit quiet and hold on here for a couple of minutes because I just want to go over some things with Amy. So if you just called in from 949 and 314, just sit tight. I just want to go over a couple things with Amy and Ian here. Amy, you know, you and I first talked probably earlier this year or late last year about the whole design of what we wanted to do on Spaced Out Radio, and you thought about it and you thought, well, maybe this is a show that I should be involved with behind the scenes.
Absolutely,
so let's go through that conversation. Let's fill our audience in here.
Well, I think I was first introduced to Spaced Out Radio probably September or October of last year, and I was very impressed with what I heard. And just to kind of make a long story short, you know, we've been working together since around that time and looking at the options and where we need to take the show. And things are just really kind of exploding right now, and everything's really coming together. I'm very happy.
Exactly. And one of the callers on hold, I think it's area code 425. I'm going to get you to turn your speaker down a little bit there. Thank you. And, you know, Amy, we have had a lot of luck, okay? A lot of luck come through what we have been doing since the beginning. And, you know, whether it's Ron Bumblefoot THAL, who allows us to use his great music and Little Brother is Watching as our intro, to Ian introducing us to Noon in Georgia, WQEE, where you actually grew up, which is so coincidental.
That's kind of weird, isn't it?
Absolutely. To Joe Roop hosting on the weekends, Tessa now hosting Sundays, to Everett Themer and Abby, who do the writing for the website, and Everett's come on this show numerous times. Everybody knows Everett Themer around here. Preacher, Eric Markham around here, you know, our resident scientist. Everything has just seemed to come together when we've needed it. And, you know, people have come and gone. You know, we thank people like James and Elizabeth who've really helped out, but there's been such a modicum of respect that I've had for each and every one of the people who've come through here. And, you know, so now we look at the future. I'm staring at insulation right now on our brand new walls.
Yes.
Soundproof insulation, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, you got to get that resilient channel up tomorrow if you can do that.
We're trying. Tomorrow's drivewall.
I'm really excited.
Well,
I'm excited.
Well, with the sound blankets up, now you can be like a total serial killer up there. Cabin in the woods, you know, invite people over, you know, kill them downstairs, you know, and then cook them upstairs. You know? Just like you always do.
You're demented.
And that's why Ian makes horror movies right there. You know.
Well, I just got a new one. You know, Paranormal Killer.
Amy, you know,
there you go.
You know, Amy, when you fire up your show again, you got to have Ian on the air, because Ian actually got permission from the Stoker family to write co-author the follow-up book to Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Nice. Yeah, we've definitely got to talk about that sometime.
I'd love to. You know, anytime. Any friend of Dave Scott's is a friend of mine.
Sweet.
Yes. So you are coming up here, Amy, in just about 10 days here. 11 or 12 days.
The clock is ticking.
I know.
I'm going to be flying up, and I'm kind of scrambling around here to get ready for that and get everything prepared. I just mailed out your profanity delay today.
Yes, we could have used it a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, you're going to be getting that soon. I don't know the exact date on that, but I know that it's going to take a few days to get up there, and you should have all the tracking information for that. But yeah, so you've got packages waiting on you, and you've got walls around you now, and it's just really all coming together.
It's kind of cool. I want to get you to say just a couple of words here, Amy, in regards to it, because I do want to get to our callers that are waiting here. But explain to people what is going to be happening here in the next month to 3 months.
Well, I don't want to give away too many clues right now. But we are installing. We are totally installing a brand new studio for Dave, and we are getting everything together. And I guess I'll just go ahead and say it. We're going after terrestrial distribution, and it's something that I'm kind of versed in, and that's where I have my background. Of course, I worked with art, and that's what I did for art. And I think we have a really good chance here, with this show. And just speaking with other people in the industry, they seem to be pretty excited about it too. So, yeah, we've got that going for us as well.
It's going to be very exciting because I am so excited to get back on terrestrial radio. There is something very magical about it, and thank you so much for joining the team and being a part of it. It's been very tough for me, and I kind of leaked it out a couple of times that you were kind of helping me behind the scenes, but I don't think everybody has realized for the last number of months how often we talk, which is, lately it's been almost every day.
Yeah, it's pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Every day or every other day.
Yes, and so you've got to know our investor. He's probably more excited about this project than you and I are, even though you and I are absolutely pumped. But
oh no, I'm over the moon, man! I'm really excited.
You know what? It's been a long time coming, and I want to say thank you for joining the team and believing in me, our audience, and our weekend crew, and everybody who joins in here, because with adding you onto our team, I think it has added a huge advantage to what we are doing in the future. And you and your awesome husband and extremely talented husband, Damon, are really turning into be like family, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, not a problem. Let's get to a caller here. You can stick around, Amy, if you want. It's up to you. Absolutely. And let's get to area code 949. 949, who are we speaking with tonight?
Guess who, Dave? Happy birthday from your favorite Ouija person.
Hi, Karen Dahlman. Karen Dahlman.
That's it. Hey, how are you? Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Exciting news. I'm so happy to hear all that's going on for you.
It's very exciting, and I am so thrilled to have these great people involved, people like Amy, people like Ian, and everybody, and of course we've kind of started a little bit of a tradition the last couple of years. We have done the live Ouija board sessions on the air on Halloween night. Knock on wood, we haven't had anything bad happen to us or our audience members.
Well, let me tell you what. I have a special guest here with me tonight, too. Wants to say happy birthday to you. Here
Wonderful.
He is.
Wonderful.
Hey, it's Rodney, and we haven't talked since Halloween. But
no kidding.
Interestingly enough, I didn't know it was your birthday today, and I came over to do a Ouija session with Karen, and she said, "Hey, we need to get a special message." Because it was your
my
birthday.
goodness.
Earlier this evening, probably about 4 hours ago, we actually got a message for you that from the board that she was going to give to you. It's very short, but very succinct.
We got a message from the guys for you. Would you like to hear it?
I would love to hear it. Thank you.
Absolutely. So we check in with him because this is what Rodney and I do. He comes over, we do our sessions, my board partner, and then we go to dinner. We talk about it. But we said tonight's a special night because it's Dave Scott's birthday. Yay!
Woo!
And we want to celebrate everything Dave. So the guys, it's a very succinct, short message, but I think it's going to mean something to you. From our last conversation we had after Halloween, we all had a chat. So Here we go. Here, this is verbatim.
Okay.
To celebrate a year of life is to know that you still have a purpose and a dream. What is beyond a dream but the reality of the purpose?
I guess we have our purpose now.
Well,
You know,
sounds a lot
you've
like Steve
had a
Martin in
purpose
The
and a
Jerk.
dream forever. Think
I
about
have.
it.
And now the reality.
And
That's
now it's
true.
the reality of it.
Wonderful.
But I think, Dave, I think you need to start singing and running around. I found my special purpose. I found my special purpose.
Wonderful. 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 I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Thank you
Great
so
Steve
much.
Martin reference.
Well, that's what they have to say to you. So however it's interpreted, but we know what it means. Wink, wink, wink.
Excellent. I do know what that means, and I appreciate that. And I have such love and admiration for you guys, Karen and Rodney, and I really hope you're not booking anything for Halloween night because I'm expecting you to have a date with us.
Oh, wonderful. We would love to do that for you.
Wonderful.
It's our pleasure.
Wonderful. It's been so much fun the last couple of years. We got to keep that tradition going, and especially as our audience is getting bigger every single night, and including the mosquitoes here getting bigger every single night. I think it adds so much more detail to the fun of this show and what we are doing. So I appreciate that. I really do appreciate the kind words.
Absolutely, Dave, and I'm a big fan of your show. You know that. I love your show. I love what you do. I love what you represent. I love where you're going. I love your vision. I love your dream and the reality. And I want to say I really wish you the best new year for you that's coming up for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
You guys, I'm going to let you go because I do have other callers. But
No, get to your other callers, but we just want to make sure we said happy birthday.
Thank you. That honestly, that means the world, you guys calling on in. Honestly, thank you so much. You guys take care. We'll talk very soon, and definitely Halloween night, you guys are booked.
We're in.
It's on the schedule. We're booked.
All right.
Right
take care, everyone. See you.
Thank you. Bye.
Good night. All right, we're going to go to the phone lines here again, Ian. We're going to go to area code 314. Area code 314. Who are we talking to tonight?
King Dave Gnome. Happy birthday, man.
Ad Gnome. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm very good. Make sure you give a big happy birthday to Ian as well.
Ian, happy birthday, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Now, Ian, I know you don't get much in the chat rooms, but Adam here, we've had to change his name from Adam to Adnome because he literally tortures me on social media every day with gnome pictures. And you know I hate those gnomes. I hate them.
Now I like this guy. You just I'm this guy's biggest fan now. More gnomes. We need more. Everyone out there.
No, we don't need
pictures of gnomes. Send them now. Send them now. They're like, we're going to bombard Dave with gnomes like birthday punches.
Oh.
Get the gnomes to Dave now. We're going to hear him scream, I'm melting!
You people are evil. Evil. Absolutely evil. Ad Gnome, are you here to torture me some more here?
Sure, why not? I got to drive you before you start crying.
Well, just don't scare me away from the radio.
Is some torture porn here? Torture porn horror about to begin?
Oh, you guys are crazy.
Out there, Google's gnome birthdays and goes to images. Just pick one and send it to Dave. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm. You know what I want from you, Ad Gnome, because you're a pretty talented musician. All right? You got to make the official Gnome show or song for Spaced Out Radio, and I'll put that on our website.
All right. I can do that.
You record up the Gnome song on Spaced Out Radio. We'll put it on our YouTube channel. We'll put it on our website. How about that?
I can do that. I'll
Awesome.
start on that this week.
Wonderful. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. It's going to torture me, but I want to hear it. And, of course, as we say that, the gnome pictures are coming in. Thanks, Ian. Thanks,
There
Ian.
we go, everyone out there. Send in the gnomes. Send in the gnomes.
Hate these things. Absolutely evil. Absolutely evil. Adam, thank you so much for calling in, brother.
Have a great birthday, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. We're going to end that call there. Let's go to area code 425. 425. I'm going to take a guess here. It's somebody in Seattle or the area. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Robin,
Yes,
is
you
this
are
you?
correct.
Robin, is this
Yeah.
you? Wonderful. How
Yes.
you doing?
Good. So I'm going to tell you a ghost story.
All right. We want to hear a ghost story.
So I was in University Heights last year, and I was in the fan room, and of course, I am always the person that likes to be in the scariest places, 'cause that's just the way I like to be. So I was in the so there's this fan room where there's a dark figure, and of course there was this above there's an air duct, and so on my digital recorder, I asked, what I asked was, one for yes or one for, or no for two, if that there's multiple of you, and I asked, so I got a physical response of 4 bands, so my guess is that there's actually multiple of them.
Very interesting.
On the air duct.
That's scary. Ian, have you ever been scared like that?
When I was a kid, yeah, because it's like I didn't get scared like that as an adult. Not because I wouldn't have, or I'm braver than anyone. It's just that I had some of these experiences as a kid that by the time I got to be an adult, I was used to it. But I was scared plenty as a kid of stuff like that. I mean, I remember my doorbell would ring I lived in an apartment building, and there was a hallway, this long hallway, and there was a door to the stairs all the way at the end of the hallway. And there was no way someone could ring my doorbell and run and duck down the stairs or jump into the elevator and disappear. So my doorbell would ring. I would look out, and there would be no one there. Then my dad would unlock the door and hold the doorknob. The doorbell would ring, and we'd open the door, and there'd be no one there. What happened? And this used to happen periodically. And, I was terrified to be in a house alone. I was terrified. We had to move out because I didn't want to stay. If my parents were asleep, or they were in another room, I didn't want to be alone in the place. So yeah, I was pretty terrified with things like that when I was young.
Just want to introduce, because people are wondering on Periscope right now who sat down beside me. That's Bazooka Joe. Bazooka Joe took the handcuffs off and let him into the house. So Bazooka Joe has showed up here, and he's hanging out with me now.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, we got to plug you in here. Hold on. We got to find the cord. Robin, thank you so much for calling in, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Take care. That's Robin in Seattle. I think Robin's going to come up to our Paracon this year, September 28th to 30th. Beautiful 108 Mile Ranch, British Columbia. Now, by looking at this phone number, I'm not sure who this is. It might be Aussie Rob. Is this Aussie Rob? Do we have Aussie?
I wonder. Could it be?
I don't know. Amy, we may need a ruling on the accent.
It's a I don't know, because I've been to Birmingham, and I'm not quite sure.
Birmingham.
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 Birmingham. Yes.
Wait, who's burning a ham?
Aussie Rob, I'm wondering, do we get an Australian haka for this show tonight?
Do you get a what? I'm sorry, what?
A haka, much like the New Zealand All Blacks. Does Australia have a haka?
Nah, that's just them weirdos.
Okay. All right.
We just chase after kangaroos. Happy birthday, Ian.
Thank you.
And
thank
happy
you,
birthday.
sir. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, Dave. Even though I gave you one
Appreciate
yesterday
that.
when it was really your birthday here. And don't let them damn mosquitoes bite you.
Oh, they are brutal. Actually, Bazooka Joe just brought over this mosquito thing right now. I mean, they are terrible. Terrible.
Good.
We're just trying to find a patch cord here in the studio because everything's a bloody mess right now. But,
it would be.
Yeah. Hey, do us a favor because you're pretty intuitive. How about giving Ian a birthday reading, Rob?
Oh, I think I could probably do that.
Oh, wow. That's great. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Well, I see for Ian that within a fortnight, within 14 days, you're going to get something that you really, really love and really, really have been looking forward to and looking for over the last 3 years.
Wow. Wow. You know, I can't even believe like you said that because something is happening that I've been working on for 3 years and we're waiting for the call. That's amazing, Rob. That's actually I was general and then you said 3 years. I actually got goosebumps.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Wow. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. And a movie idea? Gnomes versus Batman versus the Terminator.
Now there you go. There you go. I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
It'll be hell to get the rights to all of them, but you know.
I know.
We should do that as a fan movie. We should do that as a fan movie because you don't need the rights. You just can't make any money off of it.
Exactly.
What do you think, Dave?
Oh, man. I say you got to do it. Follow Aussie Rob's guide. His guides are telling you what to do, man.
That's amazing. Over the phone line from all the way down under, like down the other side of the world, that, you know, you can get a reading like that. That's amazing, man. That is amazing. I'm blown away. That is just amazing.
And I can't believe it's been a year already since we talked last.
I know.
I know. It goes by so fast.
It does.
Yeah, but you know, the one thing that's good is we may be a year older, but we're also a year wiser.
That's true. Yeah.
And
hello to everyone on all the chat rooms that I'm in. I'm in Spreaker, I'm in Periscope, and I am in Space Travelers. So hello to everyone. And there are the gnomes. Yep.
Yeah, everybody's posting gnomes right now. Everybody's posting gnomes. It's absolutely terrible.
Yep.
Absolutely terrible.
I'm burying you in gnomes, Dave.
Oh, you're just painful. Wow. You know, I thought you were carrying there, Ian. I really thought you were carrying.
Look, there's an old tradition out here on Long Island called birthday punches. Since I can't reach you and punch you in the shoulder, I've got to send you gnomes. And each one is a loving birthday punch just for you.
Oh, I appreciate that. Aussie Rob, thanks so much for calling in, buddy.
Not a problem.
Aussie Rob,
not a problem
thank
at
you
all.
For the read.
All right.
You're quite welcome.
All right.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers to you.
Catch you later.
All right, we're going to go to another phone call here. I I got two from the same area code, so I'm going to go with the first one, which the first three numbers of the phone number is 782. 782. Who am I speaking to?
Dave, happy birthday. This is one of your Facebook friends.
Oh, hello. How are you, Harolyn?
Hey, Dave. How's it going tonight? You enjoying
Good,
yourself?
thank you. Yeah, we got Amy here. We got Ian here. We got lots going on here right now, Harolyn. So thank you so
everyone.
much.
Hey,
Hi.
Yeah, so are you looking forward to going to Vegas? I hope to see you in Lorient sometime.
Oh, yes. I do plan on getting to Vegas here this year. Once to maybe twice. Definitely got to get to Vegas. Definitely need to get to Vegas because it's just one of those cities that I absolutely love.
Oh.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Wonderful. So when is the convention though? When is the
I have no idea when Laurie and Fenton is setting that up. They'll probably be for next year, but I will definitely be going if she sets it up. Whether I'm speaking there, whether I'm not, doesn't really matter. I will be in Vegas for it. That's for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that she was the coordinator though. I've seen her once in 2014, so I didn't know she was the coordinator.
Yes, she will be.
Yeah.
She will be. So wonderful, wonderful. Harolyn, I do have some calls lined up here. Thank you so much for calling in. And
you're welcome. And
really
looking forward to
appreciate
seeing you in Vegas.
All right, you take care.
Take care.
Good
Aloha. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, Harolyn in Las Vegas. Love her. Love her. The other 702 area code, which is Vegas. Who are we talking to tonight?
So a group of gnomes showed up and told me it was Dave Scott's birthday.
Oh, David Weatherly.
No, I had to call in for that.
David Weatherly. If anybody is going to investigate gnomes, it's either you or John Tenney.
Now, wait. David Weatherly and John Tenney. Hold on. Now, these aren't the David Weatherly and John Tenneys that I know from the actors, the one from Bull and from John Tenney, who was married to Terry Hatcher.
No.
Okay, all right. I thought I was like, oh, wow, now we really got a party. Okay.
Mm. How you doing, David? You had an amazing trek up to Alaska. What happened up there?
I did, man. It was pretty crazy. I spent some time checking out some haunted locations and a little bit of time out in the country investigating some Sasquatch accounts. And I tell you, it's just Alaska's an amazing place. I mean, it's too damn cold for me. I'd never live up there, but the place kind of puts a spell on you in a sense because it's so unique. And of course, the reports and everything. You don't hear a whole lot out of Alaska, but there are a lot of strange things to explore up there. I can tell you that.
What do you think of that Alaskan Triangle? There's some weird stuff happening there, man.
Yeah, there really are. A friend of mine, Ken Gerhard, had a television show for a while exploring Alaska. He and another friend of mine, Jackson Maxwell, and they uncovered some pretty incredible stuff up there. It's kind of the undiscovered country in a sense. It's very rugged, and there's just so much. Like I said, there's so much mystery up there, and some really weird reports that come out of Alaska.
Well, I can tell you this, Dave. We are very excited to get you up here you will be speaking at the Caribou Paracon, our first annual event coming up here September 28th to 30th. I am so excited to show off our area to you, my friend, and our Bigfoot site, and then we'll drive up north to go check out Mandy, the Haunted Doll, which is something that you've wanted to check out for a long time as well. So it's going to be absolutely great to have both you and Ross Allison come on up here for that.
Yeah, I'm definitely really looking forward to it, and gonna try to get in early and spend some time with you guys and see some of the sites up there. Of course, by that I mean the haunted sites and other locations that you've been uncovering. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great conference.
It's going to be absolutely great, and I'm so excited to get you on up here, my friend. And, you being a part of this show, you have a lot of people on a daily basis asking you to come on their radio programs, but we just seem to bond and we just seem to click, man. And the way you come on our show every 2 months, just like it's clockwork now, our audience is expecting you because we know you're going to deliver some fantastic news about absolutely everything. The one thing I love about guests like yourself, David, and Ian as well, whose birthday it is today, is I never have to really prepare a script. We just
yeah,
go.
It's a lot of fun to come on. Yeah.
So thank you so much, my friend, for allowing us to be a part of your life, because, I mean, with your connections, your friends, and the knowledge that you have gained throughout this field, and you've done it so respectfully, to have you as a friend of Spaced Out Radio means the world. It really does.
Oh, well, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate you guys and the work you're doing, obviously, which is one of the reasons I keep coming on. I think you've got something really special with this show. I'm happy to be a part of it, and I'm really looking forward to see where it's going over the next couple of years.
I appreciate that. Well, the new studio is being built right now as we speak.
Oh, fantastic.
I am speaking into, like, my view right now is a beautiful rock salt insulation. That is my view. It's better than looking at Bazooka Joe beside me. That's for sure.
There you go.
That's for sure. But you'll meet Bazooka Joe when you get up here, because he's our resident Bigfoot guy. Oh, I got to tell you this, Dave. You'll like this story before I let you go. So I hire this contractor to do all the building around here. And he goes, so what's your radio show about? And I said, well, we talk UFOs, ghosts, Bigfoot. He goes, Bigfoot? He goes, when I lived in the Lower Mainland, now down near Harrison Hot Springs, I used to be a cryptozoologist, Bigfoot hunter. He goes, yeah, we'll make sure you're taken care of on this trip, on this build. So
great.
One of those things, man. I got a Bigfoot guy now building this place. It's fantastic.
Nice.
David,
it's funny how those things work out.
Oh, for sure. David, thank you so much for calling in. You are a true friend and a real inspiration for me as a host, and I really cherish our friendship. Thank you.
Sounds good, man. You take care and have a great night, okay?
You too. Guys, we got one more caller here. 778. That's a BC number. Who's calling it? I'm going to say this is, I think I may recognize this number as one of our guests. Bill Hauser. Is this Bill Hauser?
How you doing? How you doing, Dave? Happy birthday, and happy birthday to Ian.
Thank you, Bill. How you doing? Bill always sends me the most amazing articles on Facebook Messenger. So when I see he sent me something, I jump over there to see what it is. He finds the most amazing articles and stuff. It just like blow my mind. So thank you for all those, Bill. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome there, Ian. So, Dave, I'm very happy that you're getting the studio all set up there. It sounds great there. It's under construction now, so when it gets all set up, it'll be awesome to hear.
Well, you know what? We got a lot of people like Amy Martin working behind the scenes, Bill, who are going to make us sound professional, so I can bury this face for radio in behind some actual walls now. And what are you laughing at, Bazooka Joe? But nonetheless, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to take it to that next professional level, which we think we've earned, and hopefully we can. Well, Amy, I guess we have no choice now but to make it happen.
Oh yeah, I think we're kind of past the point of no return, and just working on everything.
Yeah, no kidding, right? No kidding. It's a little scary because it is a giant financial commitment, but on the flip side, it has to be done.
It sure does. It absolutely does. And I could be going up there and doing a bunch of hardware installations, and could be building a computer. That's going to be fun.
Yes.
Well, what do they say, right? No matter what you do, you got to spend money to make money. You know, that's why like guys like Trump that borrow $14 million from their dad, you know, can turn into billionaires. You know, you got to get that original push. You know, some of the people have to work for it, like you guys do. You know, and it's great that it's finally happening. You've earned it. You've put all the work in, and you've built a tremendous show with tremendous fans, a tremendous following, and you absolutely deserve it.
Well, we're working hard, and Amy's really, you know, the technical brains behind the operation. I don't know how many times her and I, Bill, have talked, and she's been going off about all this stuff we need and what every piece of equipment does, and I'm like, you know, when I was in radio, I just flipped a switch. All I want to do is flip a switch or press a button.
Well, you know, it's like, we spent like over $100,000 to go to NYU, and I learned how to edit film by like, you know, you have to cut the film and paste it back together and run it through the loop. I walk out of NYU 3 years later, comes the Avid machine, and everything I spent all that money on, I don't know how to use an Avid machine. I can't edit a movie. Like, you know, like my friends that went to NYU for audio, they'll cut and splice the reel-to-reel, right? So you'll get all the newest stuff. You'll learn all the newest stuff.
Yes, and I must learn how to use the profanity button, because we have a profanity button.
Yeah, it's on the way. I just mailed it out.
Nice. I'm so
you
excited.
press the button and it speaks profanity. I love it.
So when Bill Hauser, when we do our live ghost box sessions, gets those ghosts that are blasting the F-bomb, I can now hit the profanity button, and that ghost is going to be muted again. Muted! The power of the profanity button.
Awesome. That'll be cool.
Absolutely, Bill.
Those profane ghosts.
Some of them are. Some of them are. They're rude. Some of them.
We've gotten a few F-bombs there.
Yeah, we have. We totally have.
Yeah.
You're going to have to be careful with it, though. I mean, you're going to have to let people know when you come on. You have to coach people and say, you know, no salty language. And because, I mean, you've got, like, with this device, you've got a buffer of so many seconds. And once you use up all that buffer, it takes time for the buffer to be rebuilt. So if you have someone that's just dropping F-bombs or something like a lot, there's a really good chance you're not going to get it.
Away now people are going to know how to beat the system. You should have said anything. I mean, anything like my old show. Like,
anybody could figure that out.
Once you know how to beat the system, it's like we used to have guys call up and say, you know, they were Mayor Giuliani, and they would sound just like him, and we would interview them, and then Giuliani's, you know, office would call up and be like, Mr. Giuliani's in Washington. I don't know who you had on. So you can't let them know how to beat this system.
Well, what you do is you just keep rotating the buffer. So it's like 40 seconds one time and then 7 seconds another. So nobody knows exactly what the buffer is. They just know that it exists.
So I just be like, so hi, wait.
Well, hopefully by that time you have enough time to drop the call.
There may be call dropping as we go on.
That's great.
Bill, thank you so much for calling on in. I can't wait to get you back on the show soon.
Yes, Dave, and you guys have a happy birthday. What's left of the night here, and I'm enjoying the show, and I loved your first hour's guest. He was awesome.
Thank you, Bill. And, you know, you're
one of my... Bill. Always good to hear from you.
You're one of my favorites, Bill. You're one of my favorites.
And I forgot to say hi to Amy there, so I wish her all the best as well.
I wish you the best, too.
Well, thank you.
All right, we're going to sneak in one more caller here before we go to break. We literally got about 2.5 minutes here. Area code 662. Who is this?
This is Gator. How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Just figured I'd pop in and say happy birthday to you and Ian. Say hello to Amy.
Thank you. Very much appreciate that.
Hello, hello, hello.
There it is. I love the triple hello.
Yeah.
Love the triple hello. Are you
special now?
Are you enjoying the show, boss?
I am, absolutely. First time calling in. Of course, I'm new in the group, so I try to stay in the comment section, but I've never called in.
Well, I appreciate that. How did you find the show? How did you find the show? How did you find out about us? I always like to learn.
Honestly, I started out on the Forest Moon Paranormal page, started listening to their show, and then Trippin and Tessa, I think, reverted me to your guys' show.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thanks, Tripster and Tess, for doing that. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah. I'm addicted now.
I love it. I love it. Well, we got some cool things coming up here, buddy. We really do have some cool things, and we got some very genius minds building this behind the scenes, whether it's Tim, whether it's Amy, whether it's Everett, advice from Ian, our investor. He is all in on this, too, so we got a lot of good things coming that I think you're going to be excited about.
Hey, sounds great. You be careful with that chip challenge you gonna do or whatever. Don't burn yourself.
Oh, it's coming up. It's coming up. We are literally about 7.5 minutes away from me doing the Pocky One Chip Challenge. I'm going to get the chocolate milk out here. Bazooka Joe is here for laughing support. If I all of a sudden have a heart attack, which would really suck, but he'll rush me to the hospital. That's why we got Bazooka Joe here.
Please, no. Please don't do that.
No. Yeah, let's not do all that.
But if you do, will he rush you to the hospital or give you mouth to mouth?
No, he's shaking his head, saying no, mouth to mouth. He'd probably try.
What a buddy for it.
Yeah, he would. This is the kind of guy when we're out Bigfoot, and he says, "I only carry a gun so I could shoot you in the leg, so I can get away."
Well, that's a true friend right there. You ain't got to be fast. You've got to be faster than your partner.
He's going to pull a Shane on you.
Exactly. All right, guys, I'm going to go to our final break of the night. When we come back, we're doing the One Chip Challenge. I'll break it all down, the rules and everything about that here in hour number 3. After hour number 3, we're probably going to continue going on Periscope. So all of our audience, if you want to join in, we're going to be still on Periscope. We might keep Ian around. Amy, if she wants to join us, she could stick around too.
Yeah, sure, I'll stay.
We'll all go on to Periscope and have some fun after this. One Chip Challenge coming up in hour number 3 of Spaced Out Radio. Are you tired of being blocked, shadow banned, or placed in jail for simply posting your thoughts on social media? Social Media Freedom can take care of that for you. Social Media Freedom is the newest and one of the best free new apps that allows you the freedom to post what you want, when you want. It takes seconds to download from your app store. Come join the tribe at Social Media Freedom. It's time to set yourself free.
The first annual Caribou Paracon is happening September 28th to 30th in the 108 Mile Ranch, British Columbia. Brought to you by the Canadian Society of Questers and Spaced Out Radio. Come listen to our featured speaker, Grant Cameron, along with Elizabeth Anglin, Paisley Town, Mike Moran, Eric Cooper, and more. It's a 3-day supernatural adventure at the Spruce Hills Resort and Spa. Tickets for the weekend are $150 Canadian. The Caribou Paracon, celebrating everything paranormal.
A timepiece is a reflection of who you are, and what better way to show off the real you than with an Escape watch? Escape is a lifestyle brand accessorizing your days and nights. Choose to escape and create the life of discovery that you deserve. Dream, play, unite with your own personalized Escape watch. Head to escapewatches.com. There is no time like the present to enjoy your escape. Use promo code SMF2017 for your 20% discount today.
Looking for a place to advertise at a very reasonable cost? Look no further than Spaced Out Radio. SpacedOutRadio.com has an advertising tab that you can click to check out our daily, weekly, and monthly packages to play on the radio, or our website including social media. From commercial spots to banners, we have it all. Check out our competitive pricing today.
We're lighting the void on Saturday nights on Spaced Out Radio. Hey, this is Joe Roop, and I'm hanging out in SOR headquarters every Saturday night, bringing you the latest news when it comes to the weird and strange. Bigfoot, occult, UFOs, ghosts, and everything in between, I got you covered. You can tune in to spacedoutradio.com starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern Time. Come travel into the void with us on Spaced Out Saturdays.
Not ready for bed on Saturday night? Right after Spaced Out Saturdays, hop on over to S4 with Corey Ruiz and me, Eric Cooper from Forest Moon Paranormal. With S4, there are no limits to what we try and uncover. From government conspiracies to helping clean up the paranormal, no topic is safe on S4. We get to the heart of the matter, of the subjects you want to learn more about. So tune in on S4 starting at midnight Pacific, 3 a.m. Eastern, only on spacedoutradio.com.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
The Call of the Wild is in Vancouver. The Moose Vancouver is one of the hottest bars and restaurants in the city. Open until 2 a.m. nightly, the Moose will rock you like a hurricane all night long. Great food with everything on the menu at $6.95 near the corner of Nelson and Granville. Get your horns up and come rock with us. The Moose Vancouver, the official rocking bar of Spaced Out Radio.
Visit purpleplates.com today. For over 40 years, the Purple Energy Plates have been delivering amazing results for their many customers. Inspired by the great genius Nikola Tesla, the harmony, healing, and energetic effects of the plates have proven over and over to be beneficial and often miraculous to thousands of customers. Check their site for daily specials and choose from their many energy products. You won't be sorry. Visit them today at purpleplates.com.
This is Eric Markham, news editor for the Spaced Out Radio's The Encounter Online. We have put together a great team of writers and journalists from all over the world to bring you top-quality paranormal stories, from alien encounters to the latest conspiracies. You won't find any of that fake news here. True stories and top-notch reporting as we look to bring these experiences to the mainstream. The Encounter Online, only at spacedoutradio.com.
Do you want to know the truth? Do UFOs exist? Are aliens real? Are the governments hiding the biggest secret in history? We're UFO seekers, and we're on a hunt for the truth. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow along with us as we journey across the United States, visiting UFO hotspots and alien hotspots, trying to document the UFO phenomenon. Catch us on Spaced Out Radio every third Monday of the month as we discuss Area 51, UFOs, and more. And also, don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube.
You hear footsteps in the empty room above you. A rocking chair begins rocking by itself. Don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night. Reach for Spirit Storybox, the iPhone app the Huffington Post UK called the only ghost hunting app you will ever need. Spirit Storybox. The spirits are telling their stories.
From the mile-high state of Colorado, sharing our signal around the world, I invite you to Spaced Out Sundays. Hi, I'm Tessa Nicole Thomas, and I'm closing out the week by taking you on a paranormal journey to the world of the weird. Ghosts, aliens, psychic phenomena, I will hit it all in your questions too. So let us highlight the paranormal for you. So come join me for Spaced Out Sundays starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, 12 a.m. Eastern, only at spacedoutradio.com.
The views and opinions expressed by tonight's guest and topic of discussion do not necessarily represent the official policy or position of Spaced Out Radio, Spaced Out Weekend, Spaced Out Radio Limited, its hosts, syndicated carriers, or anyone associated with this broadcast. You're listening to Spaced Out Radio with Dave Scott. Follow Dave on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio and hashtag Spaced Out Radio, and on Facebook Spaced Out Radio Show. Now, back to the program.
To the third and final hour of Spaced Out Radio tonight. I am your host, Dave Scott. Great to have you with us. Tomorrow night on the program, it's the SOR Paranormal Roundtable. We are going to have a lot of fun. I'll bring in some of my friends. We will talk about the month that was in the weird and the strange, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern Time, at spacedoutradio.com. We want to welcome in everyone listening in on the SOR Radio Network, as well as the Fringe.fm. You can also watch us live every Monday through Friday night on Periscope.tv. And if you want to check out our YouTube channel for our archives, they are free right now. So you go to youtube.com/spacedoutradio. And you hit that subscribe button while you're there. Bill Cardwell has set the password for tonight in the SOR Space Travelers Club. Xylopyrographist. Xylopyrographist is your password. Make sure you use it wisely, Space Travelers, as Bill sets a password each and every night right here on the mighty SOR. Now, if you want to check out our website, spacedoutradio.com, we got a plethora of features for you. You can rock out to some Bumblefoot, shop at our Spaced Out Radio store, read The Encounter online, or watch great videos from UFO Seekers, Contact TV, and so much more. Amy Martin from Amy on the Radio, and officially Spaced Out Radio now, as well as Ian Holt, the birthday boy. Well, it's not his birthday anymore. He's in May 25th land. But Ian and I share a birthday, May 24th, so we started this tradition last year of celebrating our birthdays together on the air. Ian, welcome back. Amy as well.
Thank you, sir. Great to be back.
All right.
Always good to be here.
So now it's the moment of truth. About a month ago, I received a package from Catherine, who does all of my social media, and Catherine does just an immaculate job. She's like, Dave, I want you to do the Pocky One Chip Challenge. So there it is. Now, if you haven't seen the Pocky One Chip Challenge, you go on YouTube, or you could go on our periscope.tv/spaced out radio right now and check it out. Okay, this is literally hell. This is a little coffin box of hell. It's one potato chip that has the Carolina Reaper in it. And apparently last year, I did a little bit of research on this, because that's what I do. I did a little research on this, and last year at 1.5 million Scoville units, apparently it wasn't hot enough. So they decided to make it hotter. 1.9 million Scoville units. Now, the hottest hot sauce I have in my fridge right now is about 1.5 million. And that sucker burns. You know, it burns more than my ex-mother-in-law when she stares at me. That's how hot it is. So we got this challenge that we need to do. It's one chip. And there's some rules that go along with this. Apparently, we got to wait 5 minutes. Now, Catherine is recording this. Bazooka Joe is here for the safety measures. You guys are all in it for the laughter. So, there's the chip. I've taken it out. I've got a jug of milk. And I've got some toilet paper beside me because I know my nose is going to get runny. I'm a little scared right now. I am. I'm a little scared right now, Amy. But I got to do this.
So am I.
I got to do this.
We buy all this equipment, and I'm ready to go up there. Please don't die.
Okay.
Please don't die.
So apparently, this is what it reads inside. It says, I'll just show the people there on television. It says, think you can handle the heat? The chip in this box is made with the hottest chili pepper on the planet, the Carolina Reaper, created for the sheer pleasure of intense heat and pain. Subjects can expect short-term loss of speech, followed by extreme profanity, heavy breathing, enhanced sinus functions, impaired vision from heat-induced tears, fear the Reaper, and consider yourself warned. Now we got to enter the challenge, which is we have to eat the chip. Don't say we didn't warn you. Then we got to prove it. We got to take a photo or video, which we have, of your attempt to conquer the hashtag One Chip Challenge. Then we got to post it at Packy Chips on social media. Include the hashtag One Chip Challenge and hashtag sweeps to be added to the Packy Wall of Fame, or Wall of Infamy, they call it, at Packy.com. So that's what we need to do. So this is the inside of the box. It reads, "Any last words? The Reaper is waiting." Whew.
Wait, I think we need a little Blue Oyster Cult going on here in the background.
Well, let's read the back of the box here. It says, "Do you dare to go to hell and back? This chip is crazy hot, not for the faint of heart or stomach. Heat seekers may eat at their own risk. Not everyone will enjoy the extreme heat. If the heat is too much for you, try drinking milk or eating ice cream. Do not eat if you are sensitive to spicy foods, allergic to peppers, nightshades, or capsaicin." What is that?
Capsaicin.
Thank you. Capsaicin?
Capsaicin.
Okay, capsaicin. Or are pregnant. I'm definitely not pregnant. Or have any medical condition. Keep out of the reach of children. After touching the chip, wash your hands with soap. Do not touch your eyes or any sensitive areas. Take the one chip challenge to earn your spot on Pocky's Wall of Infamy. Nutrition facts. I don't think there are none. I really don't. The chip is the worst
Well, it
part.
is a vegetable, isn't it? A pepper?
No. All right. Let's check this out. We got to get on Periscope here.
And, by the way, not for nothing, but I just looked up on my computer, and on my little iTunes window, last thing I was listening to was the Grim Reaper. So,
wow.
I don't know. It's a
All
sign.
right.
I listen to the band Grim Reaper.
Just don't get chocolate milk on the inside of the walls.
No, that will reek.
We don't want to do that.
Okay, I'm opening the bag. I don't know if you could hear that or not. I'm keeping it away.
Dave, it was really nice knowing you. I wish you all the best in the next life.
Oh, my God. The package is open. The package is open, and I'm trying to reach in there without touching skin on it. And that's what it looks like. And it looks disgusting. It honestly looks terrible. Whew. All right. This is about 1/5 as hot as pepper spray. All right.
No.
Here we go.
No.
Here we go.
Start typing after you finish.
Yeah.
Here we go.
After I'm done eating the chip, and I have swallowed it, then you hit the timer. So we got Mark here. Who's going to time this thing. I think it's burning my fingers as we speak. Hold on, I got to get a better grip.
You're not supposed to touch it.
Well, I'm not touching it. I've actually got toilet paper. I've got toilet paper around my fingers, so that way I can eat this chip. All right.
All I have in my head right now is Looney Tunes. He's going to bite into it. His face is going to turn red. His hair's going to stand up straight. And steam's going to come out of his ears and nose. And you're going to hear an alarm, like a sign.
Oh, that could happen. I mean, literally, I'm just wait. We're getting a little bit of stalling here on the Periscope feed, and I want to be able to. Make sure we got a clean feed. I'm going to stop the stream and then I'm going to restart it because I want to have a clean feed for these the viewers there. We got like 38 people on there right now.
I think he's stalling.
No, you can actually see it. I am not licking the chip first. No way. It's going in, and I'm going to chew this sucker as quickly as I possibly can. Can you mind moving that bottle? Because I may have
Just don't inhale it, because that would be bad, too.
Yeah. I'm holding it like a foot away right now. I'm trying
You know what would be even worse?
His feet are going to kick up in the air. He's going to fall over backwards, and daisies are going to come up out of the floor.
And just don't swallow it whole, because that would make matters worse.
Yeah. Well, I have now, for the record, okay, I have done chip challenges before. All right. I have done chip challenges before, and for some reason our Periscope feed is... Oh, there we go. So if you're on Periscope, hit refresh, and it'll clean right up for you. We'll just wait for everybody there. All right, we got a bunch of people watching now. All right.
Looking good. Here we go.
Here we go.
Damn it.
I'm going to just put my microphone on mute here because I got to swear. Hold on. I got that out. All right. On 3, 2, and 1. Oh, it's hot. It's real hot. It sucks. Oh my God. I haven't swallowed it yet.
Remember to chew.
I'm chewing. I've swallowed. Oh my God. Oh. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's bad. Oh, my God. Oh, no.
Even the mosquitoes are staying away.
Oh, I can't even see.
Like a young
He is red. He is red.
Oh, my God.
Where's the steam?
Oh, it hurts to breathe. This isn't fun.
Oh my God.
Is it in your sinuses yet?
No. Holy cow, I'm lightheaded.
You could be okay.
Oh my God. My hands are going numb.
Let's go to break.
Cut the feed.
Oh. Holy cow. This isn't fun. Seriously, my hands are numb. I'm shaking.
Well, put your hands in the milk.
I can't. I got like 3.5 minutes.
Go to break.
Oh no! You guys keep talking.
We'll call it the floating break. Just go to break.
Oh.
All right.
Can't go
All
to
right.
break.
Hold on, we're going to break.
Oh, this isn't good, man.
Oh my God!
Are you tired of being
I'm
blocked,
going to break.
shadow banned, or placed in jail for
Go to
simply
break.
posting your
I'm going to
thoughts
break.
on social media? Social Media Freedom can take care of that for you. Social Media Freedom is the newest and one of the best free new apps that allows you the freedom to post what you want when you want. It takes seconds to download from your app store. Come join the tribe at Social Media Freedom. It's time to set yourself free.
The first annual Caribou Paracon is happening September 28th to 30th in the 108 Mile Ranch, British Columbia. Brought to you by the Canadian Society of Questers and Spaced Out Radio. Come listen to our featured speaker, Grant Cameron, along with Elizabeth Anglin, Paisley Town, Mike Moran, Eric Cooper, and more. It's a 3-day supernatural adventure at the Spruce Hills Resort and Spa. Tickets for the weekend are $150 Canadian. The Caribou Paracon, celebrating everything paranormal.
A timepiece is a reflection of who you are, and what better way to show off the real you than with an Escape watch? Escape is a lifestyle brand accessorizing your days and nights. Choose to escape and create the life of discovery that you deserve. Dream, play, unite with your own personalized Escape watch. Head to escapewatches.com. There is no time like the present to enjoy your escape. Use promo code SMF2017 for your 20% discount today.
Looking for a place to advertise at a very reasonable cost? Look no further than Spaced Out Radio. SpacedOutRadio.com has an advertising tab that you can click to check out our daily, weekly, and monthly packages to play on the radio, or our website including social media. From commercial spots to banners, we have it all. Check out our competitive pricing today.
We're lighting the void on Saturday nights on Spaced Out Radio. Hey, this is Joe Roop, and I'm hanging out in SOR headquarters every Saturday night, bringing you the latest news when it comes to the weird and strange. Bigfoot, occult, UFOs, ghosts, and everything in between, I got you covered. You can tune in to spacedoutradio.com starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern Time. Come travel into the void with us on Spaced Out Saturdays.
Not ready for bed on Saturday night? Right after Spaced Out Saturdays, hop on over to S4 with Corey Ruiz and me, Eric Cooper from Forest Moon Paranormal. With S4, there are no limits to what we try and uncover. From government conspiracies to helping clean up the paranormal, no topic is safe on S4. We get to the heart of the matter, of the subjects you want to learn more about. So tune in on S4 starting at midnight Pacific, 3 a.m. Eastern, only on spacedoutradio.com.
Are you intrigued by Paranormal Talk Radio? You'll love the new Paranormal Radio app from TalkStream Live. You'll find a great selection of talk shows covering UFOs, ghosts, strange phenomena, and much more. Download the Paranormal Radio app now and start listening to the very best in paranormal talk entertainment, including the network you're listening to right now, the Paranormal Radio app, free in Google Play and the iOS App Store.
The Call of the Wild is in Vancouver. The Moose Vancouver is one of the hottest bars and restaurants in the city. Open until 2 a.m. nightly, the Moose will rock you like a hurricane all night long. Great food with...
We're coming on a break here. I did it. We can accomplish it. My mouth is hot. It hurts. I'm shaking. Not gonna lie, I got my headphones back in. Okay, if you hear dead air, it's because I'm like guzzling milk. Chocolate milk.
Drink that milk.
Oh my God. This may be the dumbest thing I have ever done. Honestly.
I thought you said you've done other chip challenges.
No, I've got hot sauce, but holy frig.
Where's that button?
we don't have the 7-second delay yet.
Crack.
You guys talk. I'm holding milk in my mouth here. You guys talk.
All right, no. Okay, we'll take up the reins here.
Mm-hmm.
This was not a very intelligent thing to do.
No,
on the air.
Not at all.
I don't know if anybody else has done it on the air before.
Not at all.
We accuse them of being intelligent. We accuse them of being talented, not intelligent.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I would probably eat the chip and then wind up having to go to the hospital or something. I'm just allergic to everything, and I'm just I'm watching Dave over here. I'm like, do we need to call? Is it 911 in Canada? I don't know. I know it's 911, and
we do have 911.
Okay. I should probably know that before I go up there.
A few of those outside the cabin and see if Bigfoot will eat it. Maybe Bigfoot will pass out and we'll finally catch him.
Oh, my God.
Or Bigfoot could come through, just crashing through in a rage and say, why did you do this to me? Just crashing through the brand new wall like the Kool-Aid Man or something.
Get her, buddy.
You guys are evil.
Hey, man, you did it to yourself.
Mm-hmm. I did. I am shaking. This is terrible. Oh.
Oh, Dave, you're so hot. You're so hot.
Mm-hmm.
What's that Johnny Cash song? Burning Ring of
Oh,
Fire?
my God. This is going to hurt coming out, too.
Oh, man. I didn't need that. I didn't need that picture.
Okay, you guys talk for a little bit. I got to go for a walk. Holy cow. You guys talk.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, there's no way I would do anything like that on the air. I'm pretty laid back when it comes to my show, and I've heard some pretty crazy stuff on the air. Anybody out there who listens to brainwaves, that one time they got sponsorship from the makers of Squatty Potty, and they decided to try it out on the air. that went about as well as you would expect. It was. I'll never forget that though. That was pretty crazy. This does rank up there though. How about you?
Well, all I know is, I mean, Dave better not put any matches between his legs tonight because he might burn down his house.
Oh my God. It's just like I didn't even know about this before, like, you know, just before we went to the break, the break before he decided to try this, and you know, had I known earlier, I would have been like, Dave, this probably isn't a good idea, you know, just trying to be the voice of reason, but you know how that goes. He probably would have done it anyway, you know.
But this should show everyone out there how much Dave is willing to sacrifice for his art and his audience.
Yes. This is art. This is definitely some sort of expression of that.
He's going to come back like Russell Crowe. Are you entertained? Are you not entertained?
I'm not seeing him on the Periscope. I'm looking at the Periscope right now, and I see Bazooka Joe on there. I do not see Dave. So yeah, I guess we're probably gonna have the helm for a little bit.
God. He's worshiping at the porcelain god right now.
You know, I try not to imagine that. I don't want to imagine that in my head at all. And I think he's probably going to have a bad day tomorrow. He's probably got a bad night ahead of him.
He's got a new nickname, Firebutt.
Oh man.
Oh, he's never going to live this down. You know what we got to do next year when we all get together for the next birthday show? We got to replay this and torture him. Look, it was 1 year ago tonight.
Or Gnome holding the chip or something.
I got like nose snot running. Hold on,
you're not muted.
Get off camera here.
You are not muted.
Hold on.
No, wait,
I can't hear you guys.
He doesn't have any more
my sinuses are going crazy right now. Holy cow.
And just so the audience knows, you know, he does have a mixer and a mute button coming in too, and I believe that the delay also has a sneeze button on there. So,
holy cow!
You gonna be okay, man?
Oh yeah, it's dying down.
We're gonna change it we have to change that from a sneeze button to a scream button.
Oh, you guys just don't understand how much I hate milk, right? Like I hate.
I'm glad you're not lactose intolerant.
Oh
man!
Holy cow! That's not fun. I don't recommend it. I mean, I like hot sauce. No, I didn't throw up.
I didn't know you were a masochist.
He's swigging the chocolate milk again on Periscope.
No, what I did when I walked off camera, just so everybody knows, when I walked off camera, I went and washed my hands, so that way I could hard to talk. So that way I could make sure I didn't have any of this crap on my fingers, because that is.
Well, I hope you didn't touch a mic or touch any equipment or buttons, because, you know, if you touch them again and then touch your mouth or your face, you're going to get burned all over again.
Oh my God! The good part about it is I've never have to do that again. Never.
See, I'm the kind of person that I would fly up there like 2 weeks later and end up like touching like a laptop or something that you had touched with that chip, and then I would immediately touch my eye, and then I probably wouldn't be able to see for days.
Well,
I just see this happening.
Oh.
Talking about catching the red eye.
That is terrible.
Oh yeah,
that is just terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Bazooka Joe here is having just a blast laughing his ass off at me here. Oh.
You're so crazy.
Oh, dude, honestly, it's dumb. It's dumb. There is nothing smart about that whatsoever. Nothing smart about it.
You don't even get anything. It's like you don't win a prize.
Oh, yes.
Nothing.
No, what we'll do is we will submit the film, okay, to the Pocky One Chip Challenge. We will submit it, and we will be able to get on their wall of infamy. So Spaced Out Radio will be on their wall of infamy. And apparently we can sign up for prizes or whatever, too.
Sponsorships, there you go.
It's got to be one.
There we go.
It's got to be one of their best videos.
Oh my God, this is just terrible. Just terrible.
Well, you survived. You're breathing. That's always a good sign.
Yeah.
Well, that's a plus. That's a definite plus.
Yes, I'm going to have to go back in the show and read all the comments during this. I'm going to have to scroll back here.
Oh, yeah, likewise. I haven't been reading all the comments. Everything goes so fast on Periscope. It's easier to keep up with on Twitter.
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to have to go back and get that, too. We're winners, though, here. And I can tell you right now, I am never in my life doing that again. Never doing that again. That is...
You still sound a little nasally.
Dude, it's hot! I'm still burning!
You're not as red as you were, though.
Mm-mm. I literally went and stuck my tongue underneath the sink with cold water. But no, I did not puke.
Now you got a red nose. Everyone's going to go, oh, look at that lush. He's been drinking all night.
Periscope is frozen with you having the,
all right, yes,
the tissue up to your nose.
I'm noticing that. I'm just noticing that. That's the one picture you want to get you want to get frozen on right there, right?
I was too late for the screenshot.
Oh, I know Desert Clam will get the screenshot of that one. Now I'm gonna restart the Periscope feed. I don't know why it does that. It seems to do that every Thursday. I bet you know what it is? I bet you the reason why it's freezing up is usually when that happens, we get a Microsoft update coming on the computers.
Ooh, that's not good. You need to abort.
Yeah.
It's not doing good things.
Yeah.
It fried TJ's laptop, I think. Well, not fried literally, but he had to reinstall, do a full OS install. So if you can abort that, it's probably a good idea.
Well, it hasn't started it, but
you guys need to get Apple. I'm back.
Ubuntu, Linux.
Oh. Oh. God, I hate milk. It's terrible. Milk is terrible.
Well, right now it's saving your life.
Yeah. Okay. We're just so everybody on Periscope knows, we're in the process of. I've just started restreaming here, so it should be connecting here, and there. Yeah. So just hit refresh, and the feed will clear up for you. Wow. Well,
hey, happy birthday.
Yeah. The nose has stopped running. Get rid of this gosh darn milk.
Gosh darn.
Terrible.
Just a few more days and you can use the delay on yourself if you have to.
Yes. Well,
but just remember that buffer.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God.
We'll go over all of that.
This was just terrible. Just terrible. John on Twitter. So funny. Dave's like, this is not fun. And we're all like, duh. Well, of course. Thanks, John. Appreciate that. Whew. I feel good now. All right, let's continue the show. like it never happened.
You have 27 minutes.
No, we're permanently scarred by this. We'll never forget it.
Oh, my goodness. I am not doing this next year. I am not doing this next year at all. Oh.
No, but we are going to play the video from this year to show what happened.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. There is record of it. There is record of it, so we can do that.
There's a record. It's on the internet. It will live forever. And we're going to make sure you never live it down.
Oh,
we'll be sure to put in plenty of B-roll of gnomes.
Goddess Michelle. Dave, you should have talked to me first. Goddess Michelle on Twitter. Dave, you should have talked to me first. I would have had you set up to take it like a pro. Oh, I took it like a pro. That is warm. That's not even... Yeah, I don't recommend it for people. Like, when all of a sudden I lost feeling in my arms, that was kind of interesting. Never really had that happen before.
Yeah, that's not really a good sign.
No. But I've got feeling once again, and then all of a sudden I realized that my ears... My inner ears were hurting. I think there may have been smoke being blocked by my earphones. You know? Oh, my God. That's just... Yeah, I've got feeling once again. You know? Now I'm just going to have those stupid milk burps for a while. I hate those.
No chest pain, right?
No, nothing.
Okay.
No, we're good.
Had to ask.
No, I appreciate that. You know, last thing I want you to do is have to cancel your trip to Canada.
Last thing we want you to do is to, we don't want anything happening to you.
Right. David's our very own in-house Evel Knievel.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So, there's a few people...
Or crash test dummy, one or the other.
There is a few people who are asking why I went to break. I had to swear something fierce. I had to swear, and I had no control of my arms, and finding the mute button was going to be hard. So that was a long 5 minutes. That was a long 5 minutes. Wow. I don't think not since my hockey playing days have I ever wanted to curse that bad. That was fun. Still not doing it again.
It's like temporary Tourette syndrome.
Yes. Oh. Yeah, sinuses are still acting up. So, I hate chocolate milk, by the way. Like, honestly, milk in general, I realize it does a body good. But cripes, never, ever in my life will I do something like that again.
Well, I guess we're not going to get sponsorship from the milk industry.
No.
Or maybe we could. I don't know.
Uh-huh. I know. So once again, I do apologize going to a commercial on that one. And, but honestly, I honestly, it fries your brain a little bit. It fries your brain. Oh, man.
It fries it fries your brain more.
Yeah.
Your brain was already fried. Just for having the idea to do it, you were already fried. You had to be fried. So you are more fried now.
I know. It's going to make my hot sauce bottles in my fridge seem so weak now. And
you're going to be gun shy now.
The worst part about it is I feel it in my stomach now. My stomach is warm right now. I bet you could roast hot dogs off my stomach right
hot
now.
Eating through your stomach wall.
Uh-huh.
You're going to have an ulcer by morning.
Uh-huh. And I know there's people laughing. So if you want to see it, if you haven't seen it yet, go to periscope.tv/spaced out radio. after the broadcast, you can like watch it there. Oh, terrible.
Just remember, you've got a bunch of equipment to pick up tomorrow.
I will pick it up. I got to get up early. I got drywall to get too. I got drywall.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And don't forget the Resilient channel.
The Resilient channel. They've got a number of bars there. 12. They got 16 of them, 12 feet long. We're going to go to a phone call here. Area code 248. Area code 248. Who are we speaking with?
John Tenney.
Hey, John Tenney. How are you, buddy?
Happy birthday, Dave. Happy birthday, Ian.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Appreciate
Dave,
that.
what are you doing eating those things?
It was one. It looked so innocent, John. It looked innocent.
The capsaicin that creates the heat is going to move into your stomach.
Yes.
It's going to accelerate your digestive system.
Yes.
It's going to bypass the digestive system, and it's going to come out hot as it went in.
Yes, I know. Yes.
Happy birthday.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, John Tenney. I appreciate that. But
once again, Dave's new nickname, Fire Butt.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to call in and say happy birthday, and that you're a crazy person, and thank you for everything you do.
Oh, John, I got to tell you, man, having somebody of your stature on this show and with the respect that you have in the paranormal community, and for you to become you're a guest that comes on every 2 months and we just chat everything paranormal. I mean, you are fantastic. And much like David Weatherly, who called in a while ago, last hour, I can't say thank you enough to people such as yourself who've really helped us grow in this community, because you guys and you, John, have entrusted us with giving a good interview. So thank you.
Well, I was listening that last hour, and I do think that Weatherly and I could probably find some gnomes to give to you.
Oh.
Real ones. We will arm them with these chips for you, so that they will surround you daily and remind you what you've done to yourself.
Well, I appreciate that, John. And by the way, literally, how is your gnome?
I I'm in a difficult situation with it, which I'll talk about when I'm on next week? The week after?
Next Wednesday, the 30th, you're back on.
Yeah, I'll talk about it. It's fine. It's in a weird transitionary stage, but we'll discuss it. But I'm not concerned with mine. I'm concerned with the ones I'm going to arm with fire chips and send to you.
Oh, goodness, my friend. My goodness. That's all I need is a harem of gnomes running around my studio here.
Listen, I also realized that one of my great admirations from you comes from your hatred of milk. On this, we have been bonded forever.
Oh, you know what? It honestly is the worst liquid ever. It really is.
It's really gross.
It is. I don't know. Like, my sister is one of these people who could drink a jug of milk a day. You too, Bazooka Joe? Yep. Not me. Like, and then you get the milk coughing, and you get that phlegm that goes along with it. It's disgusting. But,
Yeah, any liquid that is stringy at a certain point is gross.
If it looks like cheese after like 6 days in the fridge, you shouldn't be drinking it.
That's right. And if chips look the way they look that you showed on Periscope, you shouldn't be eating those either.
No, I'm one and done. I'm a one and done guy. It's one of those been there, done that moments. We've all had them in our lives, but we got it done, and it never has to happen again.
Well, we all appreciate the sacrifices you make for our entertainment, Dave.
Well, I appreciate you, John, and I absolutely think the world of you, my friend, and I'm very glad to call you a friend and a mentor in this field and this genre, and for what you do for our listeners every couple of months when you come on the air and entertaining us. I could never ask for anything more, my friend, so thank you so much.
Thank you, Dave.
Okay, we'll talk to you next Wednesday.
All right,
John Tenney, the man, the myth, and the paranormal weirdo legend right there. Appreciate it, John. He's awesome. He is absolutely awesome. Can't speak highly enough about him. Really can't. Oh. Ian, don't do the one-chip challenge. Do not do the one-chip challenge.
I will never do the one-chip challenge.
I appreciate that, bud.
I live vicariously through you.
Yeah, that is, you know. You know, it's just, we made it. We made it. Amy, are you breathing yet? Have you started breathing yet?
Yeah. I'm over here, and I think you're going to make it through the night. We'll just have to see tomorrow morning.
Oh, I'll make it. I got a lot of work to do tomorrow. You know, tomorrow, I just want to give a big shout out. May 25th, one of our listeners on Twitter, John, at #SpacedOutRadio, he goes by @CubbyCreative. It's his birthday tomorrow. And we want to give a big shout out to John for his birthday. John, happy birthday to you from all of us at Spaced Out Radio. I hope you have an amazing day. Don't do the one-chip challenge. Just don't do that. It's just not cool. It's not cool, but I hope you have an amazing day. And my grandfather, he would have been 100 and... Well, let's see. It's 2018. He was born in 1912. He'd have been 104 this year. He just didn't make it. But God bless him. Love the man. And my grandfather would have been 104 tomorrow. We only got like 15. Wow. We only got like 15 minutes left.
I can't believe the whole night is gone already.
I know.
It's just gone by so fast.
Yeah. Oh, John says, hey, thanks, Dave. Not going to do it, and your chip challenge was a great birthday present. Thanks for your suffering. Marty says on Twitter, if I lived in Canada and had to buy milk in a bag, I probably wouldn't ever drink it again. Do they still make the milk in the bags? I haven't seen that in years.
Milk in a bag?
Yeah, it comes in a bag.
Ew.
Yeah.
That must be a Canada thing. I don't think we had milk in a bag in down in the lower 48.
No. It was a Canada thing. I don't even think anybody really knows how it got started. My Canadian listeners, I know Bill Cardwell will likely know the answer to that.
Cardwell, it's like the boxed wine of milk.
Yeah, kind of same type, almost the same type of packaging. But yeah, I remember...
We used to buy the special jugs to hold them and everything.
Yeah, you'd get these special jugs that would hold these plastic bags, and you cut the end off of the bag, and you just pour it. And it would come out really fast. You know? It would come out really fast.
Well, the one thing good about it, when it got old, you could see the lumps through the bag. So, I mean, I guess that's a plus. You can see the lumps inside.
Oh, that's terrible. Terrible.
Yep.
You know, I can honestly say I'm feeling pretty good now. Every minute that goes by, I'm feeling pretty good now. I really am.
You know, you're going to feel good until you have to go to the bathroom, and then I feel sorry for you.
All right.
Let me put it this way. I'm going to be lying in bed, sleeping in New York, and I'm going to hear the most blood-curdling scream.
Hey, Dave, this is just Danny from the Okanagan. Love the show, and I wanted to let you know I hope you have a happy birthday.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate you sneaking in on us like that.
Oh, hey, no problem. You have a good one, okay, Dave? Take care.
Take care, Dan. Appreciate it.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, that was a quick hit there. I was going to tell him to hold on 1 sec. Sorry about that, Ian. Danny is one of he's one of our newer listeners, and he is all over Periscope all the time. So, Danny, thank you so much. And he lives like about 4 hours south of us in the Okanagan. Now, Amy, did you see the picture that I sent you the other day of Rattlesnake Island?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so Rattlesnake Island is on Lake Okanagan. We were driving to my sister's this weekend because this past weekend we had a family vacation or family get-together at my sister's house. And because my mother's birthday is May 5th, my father's is May 22nd, and mine is today. So I took those pictures specifically because, you know, trying to explain to my 4-year-old, you know, that there's a sea monster that lives in that lake. Well, he doesn't know how to swim, and he wanted to go swimming for it. Right? But yes, Rattlesnake Island, where we took that picture for you, that is where allegedly the Ogopogo lives, and that's where, like, when you see all the television shows that are doing documentaries on the Ogopogo, that's where they go and do all their filming. Like Josh Gates took a crew in there. I still think it's a giant sturgeon. That's what I think it is. See, what a lot of our American friends don't understand, especially those who live in Washington State and Oregon, the Columbia River actually starts in Lake Okanagan. And so we get sturgeon that travel between Lake Okanagan and then all the way through, dividing Washington State and Oregon. So it's kind of cool. It's really kind of cool. So I just thought I'd throw that in.
Those were some beautiful pictures, by the way.
Yes. I'm excited for you to get up here. Excited for you.
Oh, yeah, me too. I'm bringing the camera.
Yes. Ian's got to come visit one day, too.
Oh, that I'd love to do. We got to go on a Bigfoot hunt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Bazooka Joe's ready. We got to get back in the bush, Bazooka Joe.
Yep.
We got to get back in the bush. That's just the way it has to be. We got to get back in the bush.
What's
that?
Wait, I just thought of this. We haven't spoken about it. They canceled Finding Bigfoot.
They did. Well, that's because they
did. They're going to have one.
Well, I mean, they never found a damn thing, so why wouldn't they?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's going to take more than 4 years to find a damn thing. I mean, you're going to have to, the idea was to keep the show on until they find them. They're going to do one last hunt again with the Ghibli footage and all that. I was like, we've seen that a dozen times, but they got new analysis of it. And I'm like, you're going to end the way, In Search of, when Leonard Nimoy started me on this thing. It's like, you're supposed to keep it on the air. Can't, the Travel Channel or someone else pick it up? I mean, we got to keep this on the air. I mean, this is the problem.
They'll probably get somebody else to pick it up.
I hope so, because, I mean, it was the one show. I mean, it's as innocuous as it is, it's still, they're out there filming, and the more people that are out there filming, the more chances we have to find out if it's real.
Yeah, but how much not finding Bigfoot do you need?
I don't know. I mean, the expanse, I mean, you really don't get it. Unless you fly over it low, you don't really realize how huge the Pacific Northwest is. How huge it is. How much, there's just trees everywhere for miles and miles. The idea that you could go on a few walking excursions in a few, national park areas and actually run into a Bigfoot, I mean, the odds are extravagant.
Yes, they are.
But you got to keep trying. There's got to be someone out there looking.
That one I'll give you. I'll give you, but I think, sometimes you need a change of face and a change of pace and a change of characters. And, I mean, no offense to the crew that's on there, but how many times do you need to hear Bobo fart in the wind and say, oh, there's Sasquatch?
Well, also, they say they're canceling the show, and Renee comes out as gay, and the headline is Renee is gay. Not that they canceled the show or that, no one's looking for Bigfoot anymore on TV. I'm like, that's like the least thing anybody cares about. That's like gossip column stuff. We want to know about why you canceled your top show. Why did Animal Planet cancel one of their top shows?
Well, probably because they couldn't find it.
Also, I think they were very, as far as I know, people were very frustrated with them because they wanted to make the show more sensational. Like when you go to break, makes you think Bigfoot is there, and use more trickery and trick music, and they were all about really being scientific, and it frustrated the network.
Amy, what do you think?
I just, I don't know that the topic really lends itself to a reality TV show dedicated to it when we've been looking for Bigfoot for a very long time now, and people say they have evidence, and that's great and all, and I'd like to see people continue to gather evidence, but doing science is not going to be very dramatic or exciting if you're going to look at it from the perspective of science. I mean that's I wouldn't know if I would really call that science. That's more entertainment, and in that show format. Of course, there are some guys out there that really believe what they're doing, and I say more power to them. But when you're marketing it as a show, it's entertainment, and just so far as the entertainment factor, I mean, what have you got? You've got personalities on there, but do you have Bigfoot? No, you don't have Bigfoot. So I don't know. I mean, if they want to keep doing this show, then great. I'm sure another network will probably pick them up. But so far as, just keeping people's interest, what are they going to do that's new? Because you got to have that. People can keep tuning in to a show, with personalities, and it can be about that. But it really depends on what you're defining your show as. Is it about the people that are doing this? Is it more a documentary about the people that are searching for Bigfoot, or is it about the search for Bigfoot?
Mm-hmm. Well, what I found the most interesting about the show wasn't even the search or the people. It was when they went into different towns and they put out word that they're doing a town hall, and anyone who has any Bigfoot, had any sightings of Bigfoot, and no matter what town they went to, no matter what country, no matter what city, no matter what state, wherever they were, there'd be dozens of people that showed up from all different ages telling stories. Some of them with evidence they could back up, some proof, that they could back up. And that was the interesting part of the show for me. The average people who were like, the creatures taking, scratching in their door, and you'd see the actual scratches and all this stuff. Well, one guy actually put up nails in a board through his patio because this thing kept coming up and looking through his windows. And if you watch it over time, the stories are all similar. It sounds like, that this creature has a similar behavior wherever they're sighted. So that would lend me to believe more that it's an actual creature. But you had like eyewitnesses all day long on that show. That was the best part of it.
Yeah, you've got eyewitnesses, but at the same time, with all that, I mean, whenever animals do weird things, we have plenty of videos for that. I'm just wondering where are all the videos of Bigfoot peering into someone's windows. That's just the skeptic in me.
Or Carl.
Well, but that's good. See, that makes the argument, because you need skeptics. You want people who don't believe, but you want to see the evidence. I mean, now, if you go online, there's plenty of evidence of Bigfoot, seen doing things. All different things. Some of them look more real than others. Some of them more convincing than others. But, the question is, he keeps being cited. There's something out there. And this is not just new. I mean, this goes back hundreds and hundreds of years. We've been seeing something. Now, we may think of it as an animal, but there are, Native American, ideas of spirit creatures and creatures that can move in and out of dimensions. And there's all different reasoning behind it of what it could be. That like, the Indians, a lot of Native Americans consider Bigfoot a spirit creature. He's not of this world. Whenever we're seeing this, I mean, there's something out there we've been seeing. So, I mean, look, Josh Gates, just, last season, they did a 3-part, Yeti investigation, and he found hairs that they did the DNA, and it doesn't match any living creature that's known in any of the databases. So I
don't know. Some of those tests can be... Some of the tests that it just depends on the lab. Something I did want to say is, that I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that do have accounts of things that they can't explain. Like my dad, I mean, he wholly believes that he has seen Bigfoot cross the road on more than one occasion. And, I mean, I love my dad, but I just have to step back and say, we don't always know what we see. You hear people say, they kind of have this mantra of, I know what I saw, but no, you don't. Nobody really knows what you saw, because, if you can't define what it is, if you don't really know what it is, if everybody doesn't really know what it is, how do you really put a label on it?
Exactly.
And we have to know how our brain works too. Brain works, fill in images to get an image. So
exactly.
what we see quickly, and fills in. So you're right there. And I respect skeptics because we need them, because otherwise we'd be gullible.
Hey, guys, you hold on. You hold on for 2 seconds. We're going to wrap up the radio portion of this side. You can go join us. We're going to continue the conversation over on Periscope. So go to periscope.tv/spacedoutradio. That's periscope.tv/spacedoutradio. I want to say thank you, Ian Holt. Happy birthday, my friend. I cannot wait to do it again next year with you, brother.
Thank you, and happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
And thanks for having me on, and it's going to be even greater next year. This was just... every year it gets better and better.
You got that right. Amy Martin, thank you so much, too.
Your voice.
Thanks, and happy birthday, guys.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, we
Our
got
favorite skeptic.
Exactly. That's why she's on Team SOR now. We're going to Periscope. Come join us. Mr. Bumblefoot, we need a favor. The birthday show is over, so we need you to take us home because, remember, my friends, together, we own the night. Talk to you on the radio in 21 hours from now. Mr. Bumblefoot, take us home.